button. Whoops. Now I have to fix the thumbnail again. I'm just screwing everything up today. And there you go, that's fixed. Game history, and let's go and get started. Oh yes, chat box. Perfect. And here you go, the music's playing now. Nice creepy music for Tyranids. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. I spawned on the north side as the Ravener Alpha. We have Fog. Spawned on the south side as the War Boss. We have a massive Aboba. Looks like going for our Termagant squad. Got Shuda and the Shuda. Another Termagant squad being deployed on out. Very nice. Twitch's bitrate's a little bit high, or no? On says unstable, but I see like there's a bit where it's like a point where it's like uploaded really high, but I don't know. Let's let it run. Hopefully it fixes itself. Great special attack there onto the Ravener Alpha. And multiple good hits there. Now we got the Termagants now engaging. And good knockdown there as the Warrior Boss is actually eyeing for the crushes the tunnel. Let's get him some early 15 red points. It's getting a bit loud. Let me just go ahead and turn down my volume. There we go, much better. If the game's too loud, then I lose my own train of thought. And I already do that enough already without any help. Ravener Alpha engaging the Shudas. We've got these slugs now advancing. Termagants have catching up that requisition point. Over here, we do have the Termagants here falling on back. There are the sluggers. Actually, he's gone for double slugger, not double Shuda. So he's gone for two sluggers and a Shuda. The Shuda may be just there for good captain pressure, or damage, while the Shudas go around for just capturing points. But we've got the Ravener Alpha now falling him back. He does spot the double sluggers, which could be important. Warrior Brood coming on in, which would be excellent for the sluggers. He does fall back with this Termagant pretty early. Overall, not a whole lot of points captured up by the Orc player. Just this requisition point. 2 generators deployed on out here. No Sin Mass generators. And got the power point being decaptured as well. So the Orc player does have a bit of better economy, especially in the requisition department. Warrior Brood may make his advance. Termagant's advancing as well with the Hormagant. So, in other words, big all-out assault. And we've got a Synapse generator going on down, and the Ravener Alpha has burrowed its way forward. Warboss is trying to engage. The Ravener Alpha does have good range attack, and the Slugger is severely wounded. Termagants do a nice little micro there. We also got some Spore Mines out. And the Warboss is pretty wounded, down to the last 250, but does fall back. We have a Pain Void now being deployed on out. That is the Orc Medic, or whatever passes for a medic for the Orcs. Sluggers are going back to this light cover, very nice, as the Termagants are making a soft retreat. I really hate the Tyranid announcer. We do got another Synapse generator deployed on out. The Orc will have ever so slight energy advantage, but both of them have deployed out assets that do cost energy. Another generator has been deployed on out. He He doesn't quickly target it to destroy it. There's a brief window where he could quickly snipe it and kill it instantly, but did not come forward. Spore Mines in an ambush position. Burners may make their way forward. Ooh, got the Barbed Strangler upgrade. I do like that upgrade on the Warrior Brood. It's the AoE suppression weapon. Spore Mines should charge on in onto that Burners. Shooters now engaging the Ravener Alpha. And Termagants are just trying to avoid the War Boss. We don't have the Toxin Stack upgrade to help reduce the speed of the War Boss. Great knockback there onto the Termagants. And the War Boss does get suppressed there by the Barbed Strangler. Multiple hits there by the Barbed Strangler. We'll still just do some Nest Generators. The War Boss has seen quite a bit of fire. He also been upgraded with the spiky armor, which is only really good against that Hormigaunt at the moment. So that spiky armor is not really that useful, but the extra health and health regen actually is always so useful. Let's get a nice suppression there. Good knockback there onto the Termagants. Sluggers will need to forcibly fall back as well. We got the shooters now coming on board. And our shooters now engaging. Does wipe out whatever squad that was. It was the Hormigaunt squad. Luckily, the Tyranids don't have to worry about any sort of repairs, so it's not a repair squad. Unless it can be repair allied vehicles somehow? I probably think about too much. Painboy has received a bit of fire there, and actually charging in quite a bit distance. The Painboy could potentially go down. The Raven Alpha could go for some melee hits. It's down to the last 40 health. Does get one melee hit, but not enough to take it out. Good AoE suppression there on the Burnus squad. So it looks like both of the orcs, no, just one of the orcs have been upgraded Burnus. This is the same one as earlier. Raven Alpha is trying to capture the VP. Barbed Strangler now firing over the wall. And we do have these sluggers now charging on in. Sluggers, however, see a bit of fire, quite a bit of fire there. Warrior Brood has not dropped a model there, so that is quite important. Quite a bit of VPs for the Ravener. So I maxed out to top off the boot, but we do have the Socius double cap. He hasn't capped at this point, where War Boss doesn't want to sustain any additional fire, or would have passed for fire for Termagants. Warrior Brood has used that tunnel there. Could potentially force fire the ground over the wall, and failed with that force fire over the wall. Yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye on the War Boss. We got the Burners and the Painboy advancing. Got the Mob Leader as well. We got a Tyrant Guard has been deployed now by the Lictor Alpha, or the Ravener Alpha. A nice heavy, quote-unquote, vehicle. Loosely a vehicle, but still the vehicle classification if I remember correctly. Got the charge, so he has the Angry Bits, granting him that charge ability now. Which, let's see, increases damage by 35%, increases speed and health regen, and knock him back during the charge. Painboy is falling on back along with the War Boss, so it's just a soft retreat for him. Burners could charge on forward, but they're going to get ripped apart thanks to that Barbed Strangler. Does get suppressed there, and he's just going to kite away. Very nice. But he's fighting against Tau? I thought he was fighting against Tyranids. Shooting and scooting. Good heals there by the Painboy. And this like we'll capture that point. Also being upgraded Burners. We do got a war truck, a very fast cart being deployed on out. Sluggers now strolling away. And we do have the Tyrant Guard making his advance. Being upgraded the Big Bang Hammer. I believe that's an anti-vehicle weapon. One way to find out. I always get that mixed up with a huge hammer, but I think that's a knob upgrade. Great knockback there by the Tyrant Guard. Barb Strangler does get the suppression there on the sluggers. Burners won't be able to do much with against these guys. Does force fire over the terrain, and we've got a capillary tower now deployed now. Charges on forward. There are two Termagant squad. They're now being upgraded to Toxin Sacks, which can be useful with the slow down ability. And two Tyrant Guard. That should be interesting. They're durable, that's for sure. Let's see if they're durable enough. See that hammer. You can see here it doesn't have the hammer symbol, so it's not actually anti-vehicle weapons. Heavy anti-infantry. Well, it's anti-infantry, not anti-vehicle. Tyrant Guard now eating that generator. Both these generators were being eaten a bit. And this power generator will go down. And we got the Pain Boy being knocked back. It has been upgraded to stronger Get Sauce. The other capillary tower has been deployed on out. And we got the Toxic Sacks hitting the War Boss. This Tyrant Guard has received quite a fire, getting some good knocks back there. And Termagants are trying to engage. And the Tyrant Guard actually goes down there. Very nice. I say it's a vehicle, but it's not really a vehicle. Plus, if you hit vehicles enough regular melee, it does do enough damage eventually. These Termagant squads will need to fall back as well. He's going to lose both of these Tyrant Guard. Oh, that's going to be a massive loss. Though this health regen is still absurd by the Tyrant Guard. And I think he's in support of the Capillary Tower. It's hard for me to tell with all the guys whacking at him, so I can't really see the auras. But he will get overwhelmed. And we'll go down there. So that's two Tyrant Guard down. That's quite a loss. He is going for tier 3. Maybe for a Carnifex. But you'll have to deal with the War Truck for the time being. Ravenous Alpha has not been upgraded with anything. And now we got Death Dread as Stompy Tin Can. And now the War Boss is receiving a bit of fire there. So tier 3 has been researched. Let's see what resource he has. He needs about another minute's worth of income to get a Carnifex. I think a Carnifex or a Xenothrope will both be a decent item. Maybe not Xenothrope. Carnifex is probably the best one you can get. He needs more of a heavy front line. He has no melee units at the moment, and he's fighting against a lot of melee units, so he does need a front line, so I think the Carnifex with a melee upgrade would probably be best. Good suppression there, good damage. War Truck is making his advance. And here comes the burners. Oh, up north we do got the Ravener Alpha. Does get inside his hole. It does crush the hole there now. But we've got a Carnifex being deployed and out. Now, let's see what upgrade he'll go for. Death Dread has been upgraded with the Burning Blitz. And does take that out. Ooh. Bit of a weird trail right there. Sometimes these projectiles cause weird trails if you look at them when they were off screen originally. Another generator does go down. He does need to keep those generators alive. May need to rebuild them as well. Pain Boy does heal up the War Boss for a bit. Carnifex has been deployed. He has not gotten any upgrades just yet. He may be holding off for it for later on. But you got a Wog banner being deployed out. You don't see those all too often. That just provides auras, right? I have to think of what it actually does. Reinforcements as well, right? I genuinely cannot think what the Wog banner actually provides at this moment. Looks like everybody's being affected by an aura benefit, or at least the infantry, not the vehicles. He's been upgraded with the Dragon Thorn Cannon. I need to take time to read what that does. Does get the terrain right there. There's a lot of damage on the Carnifex on the Death Dread as well. Vehicle weapon, the Power Claw for the War Boss of Nagruth, which just gives them just straight damage. A Strength of Thorn Cannon. Victim's infantry, but removes AoE from melee attacks, so it's still good for self-defense melee. Shoots seed spots that erupt on impact, suppressing infantry in radius 12. Also grants the Spore Assist ability, which spawns Spore Mines around the Carnifex. Removes the Carnifex's melee resistance aura, and it's plasma cannon damage, so also does do good damage versus vehicles. Does get a melee hit there. He has to be very careful with the Power Claw, that's true, because he doesn't get the melee resistance aura, which doesn't affect him. I'm pretty sure that would affect himself, but maybe not. He could send over some Termagants to capture the points as well. We also got a Venom Brew deployed on out. Venom Brew does get a good volley there. The Venom Brew is also quite wounded. Still has all of his models though. But that plasma cannon damage. I wonder how much that compares to a Blastmaster. That actually may be more than a Blastmaster. I could be mistaken about that, but that is a lot of damage. I just need to compare it to a Blastmaster in order to understand its damage output, because that seems really good. There's another Signature Generator here. The Orc player could claim it for himself, or destroy it. Wog banner will be cleaned up. The Venom Brew may want to eye capture the VP. He's just so wounded. Fires. Not looking at good damage on the melee on the retreat path, but that could be because of it being retreating. And that damage is actually decent versus the truck as well. Death Dread now getting some good hits there onto the Carnifex. And the War Boss is forcing away the Termagants. Venom Brew does fall back. Ooh, times we wish to get a melee shot off. Is trying to hit that hole. War Boss is receiving a bit of fire. I heard Tyranno formation, but he definitely does not have enough reds for that. He has to point out a pair of capillary towers back at home. Applying eye for just a bit more health regen and all that stuff. Some of these power generators are getting hit a bit now. Or at least that's his own power generator. He actually could have re-secured the point. Was that a Zenithilp? Looks like the Zenithilp had been cancelled by a Carnifex, so he's going for another Carnifex. Probably a melee Carnifex would be a good idea. He needs something for the front line to hold back off the infantry. Venom Brute's getting some good hits there. There's a second Death Dread. War Boss now charging on in. He will tie up the Venom Brute up from melee. Another War Banner, the Wog Banner. Does roll a miss there. And it looks like the Termagants were forced back by the War Truck. Nope, that's Death Dread and Burnaz. Oh, it looks like he's just force firing the ground right there. You can see where the War Boss has been with all those explosions. War Truck's starting to make his way back. War Boss is still pretty healthy. This Carnifex has not been upgraded. Great plasma damage there by the Barb Strangler cannon. And we've got another Capillary Tower being deployed now. Venom Brood is going to be tied up in melee. He may be eyeing to kill that Death Dread with these Carnifexes. There's some good snares there by the Hormagaunts. We've got some Spore Mines here. Good damage all across the line. Death Dread does go down. The other Death Dread's advancing. That is the ranged one that's low health. So if it maintains the range, could do a bit more better. Spore Mines could just start advancing forward. This is a great engagement with the Spore Mines. And the ranged one may in fact go down. These Brutes are trying to make their advance. So all the Spore Mines go down. Does miss there with the Barb Strangler cannon out on the Warrior Brood. And it looks like this one will manage to fall back in time. This one is being upgraded with the melee upgrade, the Thorn back upgrade. Giving increased health and a Stampede ability. And former Siths was about to build his spawn Rippers. So we can now spawn out Spore Mines and Rippers. I'm not so sure, are they free or do they cost a bit of resources? Because usually those abilities do cost a bit of resources, but they're usually discounted as well. Another Death Dread's being deployed. Termagants are just engaging the flanks, trying to hit those VPs. And we've got the Ravener Alpha now engaging. The Ravener Alpha still does not have any sort of upgrades at the moment. Carnifex has been repaired or healed. Barb Strangler does get the suppression on the dock there, while the melee one's trying to engage that War Truck. Perhaps maybe hit some other stuff. And there goes the War Truck, actually. Termagants are trying to engage away. The Burners do get healed up by the dock. And this Termagant squad is falling back, severely wounded. Barb Stranglers making this advance, may hit those Burners. Does get them suppressed, as this one is starting to run away. Seeing a bit too much fire there. Trying to turn up the Carnifex in melee, but does get some good hits there. Does see Toxin Sack ability on top? Yeah, we do see them right there. Death Dread's trying to engage in melee. And the ranged one is receiving quite a bit of fire. The ranged one will need to fall back relatively soon. Death Dread will go down. Another Death Dread is making his way forward. War Bosses get Toxin sacked. And does get suppressed and slowed there. Still trying to charge on forward. VPs still favor the Tyranids, but they're not counting up in his favor. He stopped for a moment, trying to avoid the War Boss now. Could see a Toxin Sack ability, but we got the suppression missed there by the combat charge. Carnifex down to was down to 17 health, now to a bit more. He is trying to decapture this point. That would be double capture against the Tyranid player. They do get suppressed right there. Painboard will get a nice heal off there. Capillary Tower does go down. He still only has one Synapse Generator, but that's actually plenty powerful right now. He doesn't need any more. Good suppression there. Looks like I got Spore Mines? Nope, it's the... Oh, Fresh Ravener squad. Death Tread's moving away forward. This Death Tread's almost down. Does get a nice special attack there with the Thorn back. There goes the Death Tread there. There's some good AoE capability there by the Carnifex. Venabrew needs to start hitting that Death Tread, that's for sure. War Boss is trying to charge him forward. And good suppression there by the Barb Strangler Warrior Brood. The Pain Boy does go down. And now the War Boss is severely wounded. Another Slugger went down as well. Venabrew is still being pursued. There's some sort of ability that was used there, but nope, it just looks like just a bunch of AoE attacks. Death Tread will also go down there. The War Boss is taking quite a bit of fire now. The War Boss is definitely will get overwhelmed, and the War Boss does go down. Now the Orc player needs to go around or the Tyranny player needs to go around capturing some points. We got this point now being captured. And it looks like he has backed out of the game. Oh, this is Angry saying thank you for watching and signing off. Yep, with that replay now recorded. Not sure how this one will go. That's a level 2 Tyranid, but who knows? Maybe he's trying out Tyranids. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. Spawning as the Tech Marine, we have Null. Those are all one, so NU1117 versus Master Ryu as the Lictor Alpha. So Tech Marine versus Lictor Alpha. We got triple Hormagaunts. Triple Hormagaunts is a bit unusual. On this map is very laney, a lot of fights towards the center, in the center. But against, of course, Space Marines, Termagants are pretty effective versus Scouts because they're more of a lighter squad, and there is a second squad now, Scout squad being deployed on out now. Sorry about that if you heard me drink. Scout squad will be getting some good hits there, but the Lictor Alpha is Force Camouflage and will grab one of the Tech Marines, which can help him tie him up in melee before negates dealing too much range damage there. One of the Space Marine models will go down quite quickly. But we do have the Hormagaunts sustaining quite a bit of fire now, and the Tech Marines coming to support now. Hormagaunts are actually prone to being wiped. They have a lot of models, but not a whole lot of health. One of the models do go down there. Tech Marine does not get any melee hits off, and the Lictor Alpha does force back the Space Marines. Scouts have been upgraded to Sergeant before the Shotgun upgrade. The Shotgun upgrade would be very effective since it's an AoE weapon. This Scout squad is falling back. No Sergeant upgrade on them just yet. Tech Marine has not been upgraded by anything either. And does grab the Tech Marine there with the Lictor Alpha. And an excellent frag grenade there on top of the Hormagaunts. Tech Marine will manage to skip on out there. Space Marines are now making their advance, getting some good damage in. Does get a good special attack there as well. Allowing them to fall back. Oh, got some shotguns upgraded. It's on the Squadron Sergeant as well, so it's a fully upgraded Scout Squad. Warrior Brood has been deployed on out. May see the Barb Strangler Thorn Cannon. But the Warrior Brood will sustain quite a bit of fire now, and will fall back. May drop this model right here. Looks like he does not, however. No upgrade on the Scout Squad just yet. A good shotgun knockback there by the shotguns.
Do not be overwhelmed. That's a good position.
Hormagaunts have been upgraded with adrenal glands, which of course gives them what? Increased health, damage, and leap. Well, better leaping, I should say. Look to Alpha camouflage form may grab the Tech Marine. Tech Marine himself is actually quite wounded. Looks like I to catch up the VP. Does spot him there for, of course, that brief moment. Now you realize, oh crap, that's been captured. The Sergeant upgraded on the Scouts can, of course, see the camouflage units. Got the Tech Marine sustain quite a bit of fire there by the Lictor Alpha. And good knockback there on both of those squads. Warrior Brood's not charging in. Has been upgraded with camp spotting ability. Hormagaun's still biting the ankles of these retreating squads. And the South Scout Squad will get overwhelmed by the Hormagaunts. Tech Marine, however, will fully go down as well. Nice little pick there. Space Marines have sustained quite a bit of fire there. Goes out frag grenade there. Does get some of the Warrior Brood. Scout Squad will barely escape on out there. And good damage coming on those Hormagaunts. Warrior Brood has not started any sort of gen bashing. Yes, it is. It's right now set to 4K. 4K. Do you have trouble sometimes with setting resolutions? Look to Alpha, advancing forward, may grab a make a grab on this Tech Marine. I didn't think I have any issues with 4K. I may have, if I did at one point, I perhaps went to the text file and edited it manually. But I don't think I had any issues with running in 4K. Sometimes when you send it to 4K, it only sometimes shows 2K at first. Then you have to close out the program and reopen it and send it to 4K, but I'm not so sure. I do have a Rumble. It is attached into the link in my in the description of my Twitch channel. Should be set like a extra little link there next to YouTube link for a Rumble account, for my Rumble. Hormagaunts are capturing this generator, trying to get a bit of extra power. Could activate the point for a bit more power. Tactical Marines have captured up the, thank you. Tactical Marines are captured the central VP. Yep, you'll see my whole stockpile replays there. Though, I'm still uploading or still publishing videos that does not have my avatar in it, so it'll be a bit of time before those going, because I mass-produce videos and schedule them up to be posted. Tech Marines pushing away forward. Get a nice knockback there on the Hormagaunts. Warrior Brood is pushing away forward, getting some good damage there onto those Tech Marines. Shotguns could try angling around. Tech Marines are seeing quite a bit of fire there. Attack Marines, not Tech Marine. I get those words mixed up all the time. Thank you for the follow. Warrior Brood has been upgraded with the anti-vehicle weapon. Also increases a melee skill by 10 in health, so that's actually quite good. So he's going for a heavy melee focus. It also provides reinforcement cost is increased, okay, and nearby teammates had their health increased by 40% and melee skill by 10, so it's a definitely good AoE melee buff synapse. Tech Marines are advancing. Not Tech Marine. Scouts and Tech Marine. Power node is getting under siege. We do also have a plasma gun there on the Tactical Marine before even the Sergeant upgrade. Nice knockback there onto the Hormagaunts. Nice grab there onto the Tech Marine itself. Also knocked down the plasma guns. Warriors and Termagants are just collapsing on these forces. Ooh. Now here we go. There's this front line. We got a Dreadnought now deployed on here. It's going to come forward and smash. Massive AoE, massive damage right there. Though the Warrior Brood do have the anti-vehicle weapon there, but he's way too wounded to go back in. Yep, Dev 2 members severely wounded, falling on back. Power node being eaten by this Tyrant Guard. The Dreadnought should win out a fight between two, but it's definitely going to be a big, slow fight. He does go ahead and charge away, trying to avoid him. Scouts do decapture the central VP, while the Lictor Alpha is captured at the requisition point. Yep, just hopping over some rocks. And now we've got the Tyrant Guard pushing forward, trying to get those scout squads engaged. Yeah, this game's audio is quite loud. I need to adjust it on my headset. That should be about good. And now we have the Venom Brood have been deployed on out. And got the Plasma Gun engaging the Lictor Alpha. And the Venom Broods will find some good damage there on the Dreadnought. Now he knows about there's also Venom Broods. And does get a certain upgrade there now. Grabs the Tech Marine there with the Lictor Alpha. Venom Broods so engaging, but getting some great damage on the Venom Brood. Plasma Guns are pretty effective. What type of computer? Custom. I built this one myself, so there's also Windows if that makes any difference, but great damage coming across the line. The Hormagaunts are severely wounded. He had lost a Hormagaunt squad in that engagement as well, so quite a bit of damage in that fight. Yeah, it's a custom built one I built a couple years ago. Back then, when the graphics, right before the Ethereum mining boom hit, so the graphics cards were actually reasonably priced. Level 3 Hive is being deployed. So we may see a card effects. I doubt with the Warrior Brood, does it affect the Synapse? Does it affect other nearby melee teammates had their health increased? Does that affect the Carnifex melee as well? Power generators are seeing a bit of fire now. And got the course the Dreadnought Flamer can actually be used against buildings. I don't think you really see Dreadnought gen bashing by Dreadnoughts all too often. And so then we've got the Lictor Alpha capture the VPs, while these guys going for their own gen bashing. Scout squad unupgraded, so just using this one to go around capturing points. Very nice. scouts are trying to push the way forward. Does get a nice shotgun blast there on Look Alpha, knocking him back. Warrior Brood charge on in. Does use the mark target upgrade from the Tech Marine, which is the Signum Armor. I wanted to also mention the upgrades, but after this fight, Warrior Brood, one of the models do go down there. Another model goes down as well, so good hits. But Signum Armor grants increased health, range damage, and mark target ability. It has also been upgraded with the Plasma Gun, which does high DPS, effective versus heavy infantry, such as the Warriors, and grants Plasma Overcharge ability, increasing rate of fire and DPS. Very nice. So that's a great combination of armor there. Plus, the mark target is also great for more damage. Carnifex being deployed now, likely going to be the melee Carnifex. We also got Tier 3 being researched by the Tech Marine. It has a lot of requisitions stored up. It has all these generators. It may actually be worth it to build another generator here or here. You do have 3 Synapse generators. We got these 2 Hormagaunts, sort of just chilling a bit, but one of them is missing a couple members.
Target acknowledged. Moving to cover.
Shotguns, Plasma Gun, and Dreadnought trying to hunt these forces. The Scout's trying to avoid the combat, but it does get some nice spawning there and a bit of damage. Carnifex has been deployed, upgrading to the melee one, so I guessed correctly. Excuse me, getting some hiccups. Hormagaunts have seen quite a bit of fire there. Look, Alpha is catching up that VP very nice, while the Warrior Brood is as well. I don't see the effect on the Warrior on the Carnifex. I wonder if it doesn't get affected because it only may only affect infantry, not necessarily Tyranid units or Tyranid quote-unquote vehicles. Oh, it does have pretty high health. That seems perhaps it is both boosted by that Synapse. Great knockback there on top of the Hormagaunts. And now here comes the Carnifex and Warrior Brood. Warrior Brood is getting focused down quite significantly by that Tech Marine. But great hits there. We've also got some Rippers now deployed on out. Let's just go ahead and focus on the Dreadnought. And the AoE effect is very useful, hitting those scouts as well. And some sort of ability is being affected on the Carnifex right there. Not sure what though. See that red outline. Rippers are almost down. Oh no, the Hormagaunts almost went down right there. Hormagaunts do go down. Tech Marine's still in the loop in the mix there, repairing up that Dreadnought the entire time. Knocks back his own Lecter Alpha right there. Looks like global repairs were active at the time frame as well, so may have not been the Tech Marine repairing it up, just may have been global repairs. These forces are starting to make their withdrawal, as these guys are starting to waddle their way forward. This Dreadnought is starting to be repaired up. He will need a Venom Brood or perhaps maybe a ranged Carnifex to help him out. He needs more anti-vehicle damage, that's for sure. Saving up quite a few resources, that's more than plenty for a Carnifex, so he may be saving up a Swarm Lord. Predator being deployed and out. Elisa upgraded, unupgraded. Las cannons could be quite useful, but here comes the Swarm Lord. The Lord of the Swarm. Warrior Brood is still... You can see here, like, that effect there, the green effect, is definitely from the Warrior Brood, but does not get applied to the Carnifex, appears to be. These generators will be bashed. The Looked Alpha is his capturing squad. He is not upgraded whatsoever. We may see these scouts going down to the Hormagaunts and the Warrior Brood.
There is no glory in pointless defense.
And that scout squad almost gets fully wiped, but does find the Predator tank there. Tries to go for the grab there. Doesn't get the kill there. 1 health remaining. Ooh, that's a bit unlucky. It will be catching up with that VP while the Lictor Alpha is kept with this VP. The Tyranid player still has plenty of tickets available. And we got the Swarm Lord now fully deployed. Another Venom Brood unit being deployed on now as well. Just needs a bit of extra anti-vehicle because he's fighting against 3 vehicles. You also need to make sure he focus fires quite well because if he spreads fire out, the global repairs will just be very effective against him. Dreadnoughts hunting down that Swarm Lord. No Stern Guard veterans, just keeping the Tactical Marines. Could use a marked target there, but the Tactical Marine will receive fire there by the Swarm Lord. Special attack there, knocking back, doing massive damage to the Tactical Marine. Does use a marked target there. Swarm Lord will need some help. He's fighting against too much fire. Carnifex is actually on the wrong side of the map. Venom Broods are pushing way forward as well. The Swarm Lord is getting ripped apart. Swarm Lord is trying to fall back to the hive. Tyrannus formation now coming on in. Venom Broods are getting some good damage in. Carnifex is now rotating on course, now towards the center of the map. Global repairs have been activated right there, so now he's getting quite a bit of free repairs. Venom Brood does fall back, but severely wounded. The Venom Brood could potentially go down to the Venerable Dreadnought. Carnifex now charging forward, trying to hit that Tech Marine. Tech Marine does in fact go down. Rippers are now biting the ankles of the Dreadnought. Mark target has worn off onto the Carnifex. Last cannon upgrade, but hitting those Rippers. Venom Room has been repaired, needs to be moved over the general direction. Carnifex charging away. Swarm Lord still pretty far from being healed up. And there goes the Carnifex to the Predator las cannons. Rippers are almost cleaned up, but those Dreadnoughts have sank quite a bit of fire. Warrior Brood do have the anti-vehicle melee. Also just trying to avoid those Dreadnoughts. Hormagaunts fully go down. Rippers do also go down as well. Trying to capture that VP while next to all of that stuff, so that's a great idea. And will be spotted there. Warrior Brood trying to capture this VP as well. Does get a good special attack there on the unupgraded Scout Squad. Venerable Dreadnought has gone down. And we got the Dragoon Dreadnought and the Predator still alive. And Terminator is now deployed on out, which should be very effective. A Swarm Lord, let's see. Not fully repaired just yet, or fully healed. Warrior Brood and Venom Brood are receiving some much needed healing, but he's without the Looked Alpha, he doesn't even have a good self-catching squad, nor the Hormagaunts are alive. Another Venom Brood has been deployed on out, or being deployed on out. Dreadnought does get a great hit there. Swarmlord advancing. There's still 3 artillery towers in this region. Tactical Marine Squad is falling on back. Got the mark target there by the Tech Marine. And the Venom Brood here is falling on back. The Warrior Brood is falling on back. Swarmlord still trying to advance. May get the wipe there on that Tactical Marine Squad, but the Swarmlord is seeing lots of fire there from that Predator. Dreadnoughts maybe get some melee hits in as well. Swarmlord down to last 70 health, and he has casted the GG. Swarmlord does go down, but he's going to go ahead and back out of the game. Overall, great game by both players. Looks like they are doing another rematch, but I do not have that stored up. Yep, and he has lost the game. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching. Yep, that is the end of that replay. While that's loading, I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Sorry about that. And delete that replay. On to the next. And this is loaded. And the music's not playing. Looks like the music got bugged out. I try to make sure I cast replays when we have music, because it really does help out with the atmosphere. Because a lot of times it's some games like there's a bit of downtime, and when there's no music playing, it sort of just makes it very, very boring. There we go. Music. Greetings everyone, Angrade here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. Spawn on the south side as the Lord Commissar, we have King Fisher. Spawn on the north side as the Force Commander, we have a chairman. Or the chairman.
Strategic point spotted here. Glory is loyalty.
This noise. I got new headphones yet, and everything just sounds very different. Sentinel has been deployed on out, charging his way forward. May get some damage on some of these squads. Tactical Marine Squad has been deployed out. Not going for another scout, so he's going for probably some sort of early infantry play just to get some more heavy units out. Probably Devastator, perhaps Assault Marines. Of course, does spot the Sentinel. Sentinel is now receiving some fire right there.
Strategic point spotted here.
And Sentinel is receiving quite a bit of fire there and not sending a whole lot of damage in return. Did 20 damage about. Lord Commissar is charging forward, is repairing the Sentinel while in combat. And he will be tying up those Tactical Marines in melee. And the Sentinel has been upgraded to Stomp. We may see a stomp there onto the Force Commander. Just trying to capture that requisition point.
Go ahead, sir.
This guard's squad has not been upgraded to Sergeant, nor this one. Going for a stomp. And completely misses. Lord Kalmazar is also falling him back, same bit too much damage there, and we do also see some scout shotguns here. The other one has not been upgraded just yet, but it's pretty early in the game for energy anyways. Force Group Commander is seeing a bit of fire there, and Tactical Marines are trying to engage the Sentinel once again. All 3 generators have been deployed out by the Lord Kalmazar, but there's no generators up here.
Now we've got a chance. Tactical Marines striking down.
Force Commander's energy has gone down. The Sentinel is advancing, eyeing for a stomp, likely.
Scout attack. Right
Great
here.
stomp there, and largely body blocked by his own Force Commander as well. Good special attack there, and gets a nice knockback there with the shotguns. Guard squad's advancing, no sergeant upgrade on them just yet. There's a sergeant upgrade on this squad, however.
We are under attack.
Good special attack there. Guardsmen are now advancing, getting some good damage there onto the Force Commander. Force Commander is now full withdrawing.
Go ahead, sir.
No upgrades in either hero just yet.
Reporting enemy contact.
And this scout has not been upgraded either. Sentinel trying to get repaired up by both the Imperial Guardsmen. Overall, great field control there by the Force Commander. Perhaps close to the map there. Did you just say Devastator? Yep, Devastator Marines have been deployed.
Sentinel standing by.
Devastators are set up in a pretty good position there. Nice heavy cover. And we'll get some damage there on top of Sentinel. It's not going for our targeting cogitators yet. Advanced targeting, which could allow the base to annihilate the Sentinel. And those Tactical Marine squads will fall back. Shotgun squad behind that foliage. May get a grenade off. Yeah, he will throw a grenade on top of the repairing squads. He also made sure to avoid the grenade with the Sentinel as well. Can't be taking extra damage like that. Force Command's charging forward, trying to tie up the Sentinel, but not being all too successful at it. But the Sentinel is not exactly a super high damage unit as well. It just has a lot of bleed. Good stomp there. Imperial Guardsman trying to repair up the Sentinel now. Lord Kalmazar is just going around capturing points. Very, very nice. And we got some Assault Marines being deployed out by the Space Marines. Assault Marines cause a very effective jump units, trying to pass engage these repairing infantry units. Devastator, where are you at? Oh, right there. And we'll get some good damage there onto this Sentinel.
Sir, power node is ready.
Looks like he's just out of vision range.
Sir, reporting tech upgrade complete.
He does actually get a bit of vision range there now. Sentinel now advancing, trying to perhaps stomp on those Devastators. Assault Marines may jump in on top of that Imperial Guardsman. Yes, it does. Getting some great knockbacks there.
Reporting enemy contact.
Imperial Guardsman, let's see.
Sir,
I
the
know
generator is taking
this one has not been upgraded with Sergeant upgrade just yet, though he only dropped one model, so won't sustain any additional manpower or requisition bleed. He should eye getting a Sergeant upgrade on that one. More men equals just more firepower, reduced bleed, and all that stuff. And we got a Chimera now to put on the field. He's actually got to tier 2 while his opponent hasn't even got to tier 2 yet. So fresh Chimera here, which will of course be able to be a very resilient item on the front line. And now we got the Sergeant upgrade. No Commissar upgrade on that squad there. The other one has not been upgraded to Sergeant, nor is it being upgraded. Chimera still advancing. May see a last cannon, but you actually need tier 2 for that. By the time there's a vehicle out, they already have enough. They already have tier 2 for a last cannon. There goes all the generators here by the Imperial Guardsmen. Don't see any crack missiles or frag launchers.
Structure destroyed.
And Sentinels will be capturing that while the other forces are capturing these points. So overall, good splitting capping order. We do have a Ogryn squad to point out, a heavy infantry unit. Looks like the Lord Commissar has found the enemy. No upgrades on the Lord Commissar just yet, and nor any upgrade on the Force Commander. Last Cannon on the build queue for the Devastator, so it does actually need tier 2 for Last Cannon. Last Cannon has been deployed. And definitely does realize it's been deployed out now. Both Imperial Guardsmen have been upgraded to full 12-man squads. And there goes that Assault Marine, but there goes that Chimera as well. Big losses on both sides. And however, now there's no Chimera on the field. Sure, there's still the Sentinel on the field, which is going right into the arc. But without that Chimera there, now there's not any good targets for the last cannon other than the Sentinel. There's not exactly a huge issue if that gets shot up. So that's basically a pointless squad for most engagements. Force Commander's charging forward. Does get a stomp there. Good damage coming out onto that Force Commander. Got Ogryn's upgraded with the Bonehead Sergeant as well. Nice special attack there, though only gets 2 members.
Unnecessary, but useful.
Roger, sir. Their advantage is meager.
Oh, those lines are coming out.
Requisition point.
Those lines are coming out, even though they're pretty far away. Like their advantage is meager. Like no, they have quite a sizable advantage. Scout Squad is falling on back. Ogryn's making some good hits there. Scout Squad's down to the last 20, 15 health, 10.
Sir, power node is ready.
Well, they've got as low as 11 health, actually. Shotgun Squad here. We've got these Tactical Marines being upgraded to Stern Guard Veterans. We got a squad Sergeant upgrade there on the Scout as well. Nice multiple special attacks coming out. And here comes Stern Guard Veterans. And that one Imperial Guard squad is very, very wounded, though he has a number of models still remaining. Great stomp there, knocking back all those forces, and instantly killed one of those guys because he fell in the lake. Many scouts can't swim. Force Commander has been fully kitted out. Got the Warhammer, of course, the Artificer Armor, which is a health regen, and a bit of energy, and a teleportation pack. So now he can teleport around and use a hammer.
Sir, we're losing a victory point out there.
Storm Guard veterans could be very effective versus the Sentinel with all their special ammunition. Mostly is hitting the repairing squad. It's probably a better target for them anyways. You have at least one set of squads upgraded with plasma guns, more effective versus heavy infantry. Ogryn and Lord Commissar destroying these generators. The Force Commander does teleport forward, getting some great damage. The Force Commander may go down to the last 20, 10, 4, 0 health remaining. A lot of reinforcements here, but he does need the reinforcements because they sustain lots of casualties there. Another generator being bashed. Good knockback there on the Lord Commissar. Lord Commissar has upgraded some abilities or upgrades. Compare case armor, granting health regen, air spire, cooldown of courage, and there goes that Chimera once again. These anti-vehicle weapons are very effective versus the light vehicles such as the Chimera. That Sentinel's power to go down does throw a flare out, which will save the Sentinel.
Ready to prove myself, sir.
Under attack! Cover holding!
Scout squads trying to make their advance will be hitting the shield generator of the shield of the Lord of Commissar. Does have, of course, have higher health regen when nearing nearest units. Lord Commissar does go down quite a bit there. Does get fully knocked out. Ogryns are charging them forward, knocking back all those forces. Force Commander is not sure what he's actually doing right there. Actually, the Force Commander does go down there. What was he doing there? Like he was just taunting there?
Scout attack!
Las Cannon Devastator deployed on up. And not really any good targets left for him, that's for sure. Dreadnought being deployed on out. Tier 3 being researched by the Lord Commissar. Good frag there onto the Imperial Guardsman. Good knockback there. The Space Marines are down to the last part of the map. They do have a bit of requisition here. And does activate the carcass. Or run it over. Force Commander says hi, teleports on forward, but the Warhammer is not an anti-vehicle weapon. And he's just trying to run away. The Sentinel is a very reasonably quick unit. The Force Commander is charging. He's constantly cycle charging, trying to engage it, but does stomp right there. And now here comes the Ogryn. Force Commander has still plenty of health remaining, so should not get wiped, but how many times I've said that and been wrong?
Make way! A vehicle is coming through!
He has one of your own vehicles, and so it sounds like, oh no, there's a vehicle coming. But make way doesn't mean it's your own. I think about that stuff a little bit too much, don't I? Scout squad, unupgraded scout squad, with one member eyeing to capture some points.
Point is slipping away.
Tier 3 has been researched by the Lord Commissar. Whoops.
Alert.
He should have enough for a leaving Russ. He may be eyeing up for one of the Bane Blades. Who will see the Bane Blade? Stormlord or Stormblade? Let's force back those squads. And the Lascan does fire, but largely miss whatever it's trying to hit. Starting to repair up that Sentinel now.
Standing by.
The only one of the squads, the other one's sort of being left behind. Lemurus is being deployed on out. That's actually going to be a great weapon for him. As much as like the Executional Cannon, not really fighting against a lot of light units, so perhaps not the Executional Cannon. Vanquisher Cannon just basically increases the range, so it's probably Vanquisher Cannon over Executioner Cannon at this point. Last Cannon receiving quite a bit of fire there from the Imperial Guardsmen. Actually focusing it down will be quite useful for when the Leman Russ comes out. Does get some good damage there. And he's starting to fall back now. Leman Russ has been deployed. No gun upgrade on it just yet.
Gun upgrade underway.
And I just said that, and there's a Vanquisher Cannon now being deployed.
We are ready to proceed, sir. Upgrades complete.
Dreadnought being upgraded with the Assault Cannon now.
Space lanes.
But we've got a last cannon hit there on the Leman Russ. Sentinel has been upgraded with the frag launcher as well. Could be used to control fire. If that the Vanquisher Cannon does get a good hit there as well. But I think that Leman Russ will go down. He has thrown out the flare, reducing the max range, which will buy him some time. Force Commander has charging forward. Frag missiles are now being engaged.
We just need to
Force Commander has the hammer, but that's not an anti-vehicle weapon, so it won't do much damage versus the Leman Russ. The campaign hammer does do extra damage versus vehicles, but not the elite mod one. Try to hunt down that Dreadnought. He does spot it there with the Leman Russes. He does have reduced speed thanks to that last cannon. Multiple hits there by the last cannon. Last cannon frontal one does get a good hit there. Multiple damage there, but does escape out the arc. Leman Russ needs to stay out of there while the Imperial Guardsmen advance. Almost gets a wipe there. One squad's captured the VP while the other squad is by to repair up the Leman Russ.
understood.
Bunkers being deployed now. That's likely going to be a repair bunker.
Message received.
Stormguard veterans are now pushing the way forward. Could be loaded at the... Oh, that's going to be a good grenade. Yep, that was a good grenade. Trying to fall back to this bunker for reinforcing. And just down the Commissar. The Commissar does go down, so it's down to one last squad. Not sure. Something better research there, but I don't know what. Didn't see anything on the build queue. Seeing how it's being repaired now is definitely a repair bunker. So I did guess correctly. Ogren captured 3 squads. They could be upgraded to Bolgren. Scout squad's camouflaging around. Doesn't have enough energy to throw out another frag, and of course the energy is being consumed up his moving around does consume his energy.
Capture the location. So they're generated. They're advancing.
Power generator is now under siege. Librarian being deployed now. The Librarian's unusual option, seeing he's fighting against a Leman Russ. He's also a tier 2, so I'm not so sure what he should deploy out. Can't get Plasma Cannon Devastator, they need tier 3 for that.
They'll tear us apart in melee.
Guardsman getting hit there. He's going to hop inside the garrison, which will prevent Saban from being hit by the melee weapons, but not necessarily against the Stormguard veterans' ranged weapons. Leman Russ pushes way forward, gets good damage there, but needs to hit that Stormguard veterans. Load up high explosive rounds, I'm not so sure what's effective against garrisons, but that should be relatively good effective. He can stay near the Force Commander. The Force Commander is not a huge threat to him. Ogren's charging on forward, very nice, and he will tie up that squad in melee. He will need to evacuate the Imperial Guardsmen relatively soon. Ogren getting some great damage there. I think those are going to be more tactical Marines. Stormguard veterans will make their escape as well. The Force Commander. We got these tactical Marines deployed and out. Imperial Guardsmen will need to fall back relatively soon. Librarian almost goes down. 7 health remaining, but nothing else engaging it. He does manage to escape out with some Imperial Guardsmen. Leave it, Devastator's still falling on back. The librarian was actually cleaned up. Was gonna go down by the Oberyn. Yeah, the librarian went down right there. So Devastator's down, which is his anti-vehicle weapon. Of course, is that this Tactical Marines could be upgrading her missile launcher. The VPs are in favor of the Space Marines, but only by a small margin, and that's going relatively quick change quickly. Blah, can't speak.
Now we've got a chance.
Caden Carson squads have been blown out, being upgraded plasma guns, which are going to be very effective versus the heavy infantry of the Tactical Marines. Assault Marines being deployed and out. Great damage come out on that Tactical Marine squad. Warbird is now charging forward. We got the armor piercing rounds loaded up on the Storm Guard veterans, as Force Commander is also charging forward. Good knockback there by the special attacks of the Force Commander. Tactical Marine squad is falling them back. And good knockback there onto those Ogres. Great knockback there by the Assault Marines as well. And the Imperial Guard and those Scout squads will fall back. The Assault Marines are in the range of Leman Russ. And the Force Commander is severely wounded. Does teleport forward, trying to capture this VP, but goes down to the Vanquisher cannon. Multiple bomb is thrown, but that's not a huge threat to him, and plus he does have, of course, repairs from the Bunker. Sergeant upgrade has been researched. Triple capture in favor of the Imperial Guardsman, and soon, yep, he does take advantage now. And Power Generators are now receiving quite a bit of fire there, and we'll take out one of them. Looks like he says his biggest issue was not keeping the Force Commander alive. He liked his opponent's build, so that's good. Against the Leman Russ, the Fist. He said he likes the Fist better. The Fist is anti-vehicle of the Hammer's anti-infantry, so pros and cons. By the way, this is Great saying thank you for watching and signing off. Well, that replay is now cast. On to the next one. When he saw the Leman Russ, he really should have gone for the Fist, because the Leman Russ was the biggest threat, and he had no... especially when he lost the Devastators, he really had no counter to it. Loading screen. I wonder. Okay, I just had to mess with my, my microphone. Wait, does that affect my microphone volume? Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. 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 Yep. I don't know why I was... sorry, I'm messing with some of my sound settings, because I got a new headset. It has its own little thing on the side. I just had to make sure my voice wasn't going too loud. Is my voice seem like going quite well versus the game volume? I never feel like I get that right. Does anything sound like too loud or needs to be louder? Okay, good. Yep. With this new headset, it's messing up some of my own audio, so just had to double check that stuff. Yeah, I could also pay for the stream onto Rumble. Right now, It's more just trying to have resources to both stream. I'm right now dual streaming onto YouTube and Twitch at the moment, and so in order for me to use like Restream IO a bit more, I have to pay for a bit more service as well. I'm thinking about doing that to get triple streams at the same time. I'm sort of curious how the integration works with OBS and Rumble though. By the way, let's go and get started. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. Spawn on the south side as the Chaos Lord, we have Pax. Spawn on the north side as the Warp Spider Exarch, we have Kicken. Howling Banshees, Tactical Chaos Marines, Chaos Heretics are overall pretty much standard from all sides. We may see another Guardian Squad that's pretty standard, but looks like it's not queued up just yet.
Adding support structure.
Adding support structure? Activating the point there, so we may be holding off a Guardian Squad or not be getting another Guardian Squad whatsoever. Going for a heavy requisition play. Warp Spider engaging, getting some good damage in onto the Heretic. He's focused on the Heretic as well because he's able to get more bleed there. Does get one of the Heretic models now. Chaos Marines trying to tie him up in melee. Could warp somewhere. Does hop inside the garrison, gain some damage there now. Guardian Squad captures some points, very nice. Where's the Howling Banshees at? Capturing points as well. So looks like the Warp Spider is being very so annoying. He's fine. Yeah, he is in range of the Chaos Heretic. It seems like the Warp Spider is making a big comeback for a lot of Eldari play. I've been seeing a bit more and more and more. I think people like the range style, teleporting range attacks rather than teleporting melee attacks.
Our forces shall have tools for the task.
We do have the battle equipment being deployed on out. We do also got a Guardian's weapon team going, very early Guardian's weapon team. Chaos Lord catching the points. And the Warp Spider has received quite a bit of fire there. Howling Banshees making their advance, maybe behind these Chaos Marines. The Warp Spider needs to start exfiltrating outside that garrison. Howling Banshees fire ready to detonate one of the models. Does detonate there, suppressing the Howling Banshees. And now the Chaos Marines gain some great damage in. Howling Banshees will need to fall back relatively soon. They're a bit of a glass cannon unit, and there goes the Howling Banshees entirely. Ooh, big loss already. Ranger being deployed on out, looking over for some heavy range combat.
Adding warp generator.
Looks like he's upgrading the Chaos Lord to the Combine Flamer, which of course does allow him a basic incendiary grenade effect. Reset up the Guardian in the wrong direction. We have these Guardians withdrawing from the Chaos Marines who are trying to tie them up in melee. We may see a Plasma Grenade. Combine Flamer was pretty effective versus that garrison when he got inside of it. Howling Banshees, or the Guardian Squad, is making their withdrawal now. And we've got the Warp Spider Exarch getting upgraded with a heavy gauge filament, which I believe that allows him to get knockback or stuns or slows, snares on his Warp Spider, which adds weapon knockback to the range attack. Also increases its damage. So that's a really good, it's really a good upgrade for the Warp Spider. There we go, we can see the stun there. Guardian Weapon Team switching forward. We've got grenades coming in and does knock back them. Chaos Lord, however, seeing quite a bit of fire there. 2 Guardian Weapon Teams have been deployed on out. That's going to be a lot of suppression weapons. This one has seen quite a bit of fire, trying to tie up the Chaos Marines up in melee. They have gotten their damage upgrade, which increases like damage and health by 10 or 20%. Teleports forward, unable to tie them up in melee. Guardians may get a Plasma Grenade. Yeah, they do throw a Plasma Grenade. He does go ahead and withdraw it. Actually, he threw the Plasma Grenade down the retreat path. Very nice.
We stand upon you. One of our generators is under attack.
Chaos Heretics engaging the generator in glorious melee combat. You can see the generator is resisting. You see, it's spinning its arms. It's trying to flail its arms to defend itself. Guardian's Weapon Team is getting some great suppression there onto the Heretic. Yeah, of course, will withdraw very early. Won't get another generator bashing there, but one's pretty good with a Heretic squad. Guardian is advancing, may get a grenade hit there. Guardian's doing a good job of dodging all of it. He's going for his plasma grenade. No, he does not get the plasma grenade off. Doesn't drop any models either. The Warp Strider will need to fall back relatively soon. And does teleport away. Guardian Weapon Team is here. May find the Chaos Lord. Will find the Chaos Lord.
We have succeeded in our objective.
Support structure.
Heard some grenades firing. Guess not. Maybe I did. Tier 2 being researched by both these players. Both of them have a good amount of requisition stored up. And it looks like the Chaos Lord has queued up something. Not so sure what though. Probably bloodletters. That's pretty standard nowadays. Going for another generator, so it's going for wanting more power. Grenades fired, does have the shield generator deployed on out. Level 2 can be quite useful, and got Chaos Heretics not expressed by the Guardian's Weapon Team.
Generator operational. Increasing territory.
I don't know why, but I think the Warp Spider's going to go out a Falcon. I just have a feeling he's going to go for a Falcon. Warp Spider does teleport away, and needs the help. The Guardian squad is still behind the heavy cover, but will be flanked. But we do have, of course, the Guardian Weapon Team here. But the Chaos Lord can't be suppressed. But overall, does get ripped apart there. Went for the crush on top of that shield generator. Does get it, but probably not worth in the end. Generator now under siege by the grenade launchers. Guardian Weapon Team trying to set on up, does save the generator. And we do have some bloodletters now deployed on out. Warsaw X-Arc does have it almost fully healed. It still has quite a bit of energy missing. And the Heretic squad is falling on back. Over here, we've got the bloodletters charging forward. We'll be tying up those Guardian weapons up in melee. And more grenades hitting that generator. Getting multiple good hits there onto the power node. That power node will be deactivated.
We have lost the structure to the enemy.
And now we've got some Warp Spiders. I believe that could have been... Yeah, seeing it's lacking red points, I believe that was the global call-in of Warp Spiders. Teleporting forward against good damage there on the Chaos Marines. Great teleport onto the high ground. Oh, nasty. I don't know why. That just seems like teleport away is one thing. Teleporting up to the high ground, that's a bit. That's just a bit funny to me. Chaos Lord is down half his health. Looks like he's using Let the Galaxy Burn as the armor in the Inferno increases health regen and grants that close range artillery ability. And looks like he's going to teleport away. No, teleport forward. Warp Spider has been upgraded with their Sergeant, and also upgraded the Warp Spider. Great damage coming out those Bloodletters. They're severely wounded. Does do full retreat there after temporarily activate the invisibility ability. Great damage coming out onto those heretics. Get some melee hits there, very nice. Plasma grenade thrown.
Warlock has arrived to guide
Let the Galaxy Burn has been activated, getting a nice knockback there on the Guardian Weapon team as well at it. Chaos Lord's down to 25% health. Grenades are raining on in. I do like the grenade launcher upgrade on the heretics. They're very effective versus the Guardian Weapon team, but it looks like the grenade launchers haven't even been hitting the Guardian Weapons team. Both players reaching tier 3. Let's see, which of these players we're going to go for? I'm guessing Fire Prism and Chaos Terminators. That's my guess. Grenades onto the Guardian Squads. Grenades, of course, are very effective versus these light units. Teleports does tie up the Guardian Weapons team. With only one Guardian squad, he's had trouble with capping pressure, that's for sure. Two Guardians Weapon teams, and that's great for capping pressure, that's for sure. Does activate the ritual there for a brief moment. So I suppose Warp Spiders are also good for capturing because of their teleportation ability. Bloodletters will get some good melee hits there, but a bit far away from getting the wipe. Chaos Lord down to half health, teleports to the right or left. And he does go ahead and get a nice knockback there. Teleports once again, will find the grenade launchers. May line for the knockback grenades. No, he does not. The invulnerability ability was activated right there. And it does use Ritual to run them away. Let's try pushing forward, trying to get these guys going. And we've got the now temporary Bloodletters deployed on out. Going to be very suicidal. Trying to tie up that Guardian Weapon team up in melee while these ones are engaging. Tries to hit the low health generator first. Warp Spiders are getting some great damage in, and the Warp Spider X-Star teleports in as well. One generator does go down, this other one will likely go down as well. Probably use invulnerability ability. Nope, he's not going to use that. Yep, he's going to use that to get away. Two more generators have been deployed on out, or will be deploying on out. And here comes a great uncleave one, so I was very off about the Chaos Terminators. He will need to use a Fire Prism to gauge that on, but he may be saving for Avatar of War.
Generator operational.
Chaos Marines are falling back. Guardian's Weapon team are capturing up the VP. But soon we're going to see a battle of the heavyweights. He now has enough resources for the chaos of the Avatar of War. So it's going to be Avatar of War versus Great Unclean One. Based on names, I'm pretty sure the Great Unclean One could be cauterized by the Avatar of War, if that means anything. Great damage there onto that Guardian's Weapons team.
Recalibrating depth speed analysis.
Does have to name one of the models there.
They dance, the warriors dance now. An increase in territory. Let me see your talent and be weak with this.
We are losing the requisition.
position point to the enemy. Deploy the Bright Lance cannon.
Bright light cannons being deployed on out, which is going to be very needed versus the Great Unclean One.
We will stand against any enemy.
He has to pull out a shield generator, but the Bloodletter is not going to be caring for that shield generator, but does activate the stun round there. Does activate the ritual on the Bloodletter to get extra health regen and mobility, as well as the other effects. Bright Lance engaging the Great Unclean One. The Great Unclean One is affected by the ritual, so he does get the health regen from it. The Warp Spider extract does go down. Avatar War is advancing.
We are under attack from Chaos units.
Warp Spiders are being engaged by the Heretics. This is going to get inside the garrison. Great Unclean One is over here, while the Avatar War is right here, getting some good hits there onto the Chaos Marines. Not sure where the Warp Spiders are at. They may be in the Webway Gate. Combine Flamer was utilized, and Chaos Predator being deployed out, while Fire Dragon is being deployed out in return. Got the Warp Spider now advancing, getting some good damage in. After War, activating the big Hone effect, annihilating those heretics, leaving 2 models remaining, or 3 models actually. He's trying to focus on the rituals because it does prevent the health regen of the Great Unclean One. Haywire Grenade does connect, barfs on top of the Warp Spiders, but they do fall away in time. Bloodletters are still engaging that point, as the Great Avatar War and the Great Unclean One are still engaged each other. Fire Dragons being pushed away forward, but they're getting tied up by the Bloodletters. Thus, the Avatar War is going to win out the engagement. Bright Lance set up on the flank, while the Guardian Weapons team, Shuriken Cannons, capture up the VP. Bloodletters teleporting on in. And we'll be tying up both of those weapon teams. Avatar War and Great Unclean One are still duking it out. That's a Chaos Predator upgraded the Mark of Khorne variant, so that is the high rate of fire one, not the Zinch one for anti-vehicle damage. The Khorne one's probably the better at this point in time, in general purpose. Guardian's trying to capture the VP. The VPs are heavily favored towards the Chaos Lord. Warp Spider's trying to engage the Chaos Lord. Good hits there. Both their patrons are fighting against each other while these ground forces are trying to support them as can, as supplicants. Great Unclean One is going fast, and soon, if he goes faster, he'll be rolling up on a ball, but the Great Unclean One will go down to the Blood Dragons, yet the Blood Dragons will take him out. The Avatar Wars has plenty of health, and these, but the Chaos Predator now needs to be the Zinch variant, so it's a bit too late on that. Good damage coming out of the Avatar War from the Predator, but we do have the last cannon here to support them, but they're hitting the Bloodletters, not the Chaos Predators. He's maintaining maximum range, which is good. Beyond maximum range, I should say. Does push on forward. It is in range now. Not sure if he has vision of it yet. Haters trying to gauge the Warp Spider. And get some great damage there on top of the Heretics.
We support the craft world.
Chaos Predators advancing, receiving hit there by the Bright Lance, and even Haywire Grenades. And does take out the Predator right there. Very, very nice. It's not looking good for the Chaos Lord, that's for sure. Now the Avatar War healed, not significantly, though. Blood Dragon's putting forward as well. Lose Great Unclean One bug, lose Tank bug. I'm not sure what he's referring to. It didn't seem like there was bugs there. not sure what bugs you're referring to. If anybody in the stream can tell me what bug he's referring to, please let me know, because it didn't look like there's any bugs.
Walks by the shrine. Strategic point ahead.
Chaos Space Marines have us here.
Chaos Marines are getting suppressed. And I just realized something. The Eldari player doesn't have a lot of VPs left, so he's still in this game. Bloodletters charge on in, trying to have the Shuriken Cannon. They do. Blood Dragons also now are being engaged by the Bloodletters. Chaos Terminators have been deployed on out. Heretics may get some good damage in. They do, of course, activate the ritual. And here comes the Searing Blaze, I think that's what it's called, or Searing Heat. Eldritch Storm? Eldritch Storm has been called on in. Annihilating that Heretic squad with this, the Spider Champion does stay alive and still has ritual still activated. Predator, Chaos Terminators have been deployed out with auto cannons, getting some great damage in. Bloodletters are still getting a nice amount of health and health regen. Does activate the ability to get some more health regen. Activate the ability again. Good hit there onto the Bloodletters. But he still has the health regen, massive health regen there. More spiders do manage to teleport away. Shuriken Cannon has been redeployed. The Brightland squad best to go around catching up points. Looks like they're inside some sort of garrison at the moment. And that Heretic squad does go down. Starting to rebuild that Heretic because he needs the rituals. Blood Dragons getting some great hits there onto the Bloodletters. Bloodletters will tie up these forces in melee, but they're going to get annihilated. They'll likely will go down. Yep, they all go down there. Terminators will not capture the VP. And the Avatar War may actually go down to the autocannons, but he still has 50 health remaining. Teleports forward. And there goes the Avatar War. But now he doesn't have the teleport to retreat away. He's going to need to tie up one of these guys up in melee, past the Blood Dragons. And there goes the Terminator Marines, or Terminator Chaos Marines. Temporary Bloodletters are being pulled on out as well. Detonates one of the walls there, trying to tie up the Blood Dragons. VPs are still neutral. And those Bloodletters do go down, the temporary ones. Seer Council has been deployed on out. We've got the Chaos Predator being deployed on out. And looks like they exchange sides of the VPs. As the Seer Council started to capture the central VP now. They started to capture at this point there now. So this game is still going on. Oh, I'm not sure what's been called in there. Looks like just more warp spiders. Chaos Lord is down to the last 500 health, needs to fall back relatively soon. Maybe use a Combine Flamer right there. The Chaos player has lost a couple of tickets there, but not a massive number. You can lose as many tickets once as long as it doesn't reach 0. Seer Council on the retreat path. Multiple good hits there onto the Chaos Lord. We've got the Predator tank now advancing forward. Chaos Marines are falling back, trying to capture that VP. Did we get that point D captured? Seer Council now receiving some fire. And we will see a haywire grenade there. He's already repelled the Chaos Predator. Those guys teleport away. Now there's a capture against the Chaos Lord. Oh, wait. Yeah, he's a capture against the Chaos Lord. I'm getting my sides mixed up. The Eldari player only has 21 tickets, while the Chaos Lord just needs a little bit more VPs to win. Warp Spider has been upgraded also was the improved targeting, increased range damage by 50% and 7 range. So very nice. We have a Webway Gate there. Chaos Lord is actually maybe eyeing for another Great Unclean one. Not sure it would be best to deploy out though. Maybe just another Predator.
Strategic location spotted.
Good damage there coming out on the Chaos Space Marines.
As ever, we serve.
Fire Dragons are healed and have Dragon Skill armor, prevents any sort of knockback. Warp Spiders, of course, are upgraded. I think both of them are upgraded. Got a Great Unclean one being deployed on out. We got some Dark Reapers being deployed on out. Another heavily ranged unit.
We trust in your powerful version. The Chaos Lord comes for us.
Getting some good damage there. As the Warp Spiders do teleport forward. Great special attack there. Getting a full good heal there on the Chaos Lord. Chaos Predator has received quite a bit of fire there. Blood Dragons on the rear armor. Chaos Predator does go down. Ritual does get wiped out, just leaving this Chaos Marine. Grand Cleveland's almost deployed on out. Another Heretic being deployed on out. He needs the health regen, that's for sure. Well, the Seer Council does find the Grand Cleveland. Does get barfed on, however. Council are trying to gauge these support weapons. Let the Galaxy Burn has been utilized. Fire Dragons can some good damage there on the Chaos Lord. Chaos Lord still has half health. And the Haywire Grenade does connect on the Great Unclean one. While the Seer Council has received quite a bit of damage over time thanks to the Great Unclean one's ability. Whatever that Blood Cloud is called. Dark Reapers making their advance, but they will get overwhelmed by the Heretics. Webway Gate is here. He does grab one of those Warp Spiders, stunning them and knocking them down right there. Does go to embark on the group. Does largely miss, however. Then again, the Fire Dragons can't get knocked back. Fire Dragons do hop inside the garrison. Bloodletters are pushing on the way forward. It's, of course, the Pippery Bloodletters. Oh, great. And I've lost connection C, which will immediately end the replay. But the looks like the Chaos player was losing, so either way, this is Anchorage saying thank you for watching. Okay. Just messing around with some sound settings, and let's go on to the next replay. Here we go. And let's go ahead and get started. Greetings everyone, Angrade here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. I spawned on the north left side as the war boss, as the biggest and the strongest. We have Funny Man to you. He is a very funny man. Clearly he is an orc that believes that he's a human. And as opponent as the Apothecary, we have Man of Faith. Let's see, you got some Tactical Marines, we got shooters into more shooters, pretty much a standard orc opener.
Ready for battle.
The PowerPoint is being claimed up, and this one is likely going as well. So it's like the Apothecary is eyeing for some heavy power base, or not necessarily heavy, but early power base build. Triple power focus, so maybe eyeing for, say, maybe just trying to go for a lot of upgrades, not necessarily energy-based units, but perhaps maybe just trying to get out some scout upgrades, because you get the sergeant and the shotguns, that will last them for quite some time. Oh, thank you for the follow, Jazz Lawrensko 288. Going for the VP, double VP, not a single requisition point yet. Getting them now. Over here, we got the war boss and shooters making their advance.
Adding support structure.
War boss now engaging the Apothecary in glorious melee. But looks like the Apothecary is running away.
Things are taking a victory point from us.
Slug's gonna be eyeing to capture the VP while the shooters making their advance. And these scouts are moving their way forward. We got some shotguns on these scouts. Very nice. The other squad is also being upgraded with shotguns. Let's go for double shotguns. So my prediction was correct for the shotguns upgrade. Let's see. I prefer getting double scouts at the beginning because double shotguns are quite hard to kill in melee. Yep. A lot of nade bait in those units are all bunched up as well. Yep. That can be very useful. Especially versus the orcs, grenade, any like a bunch factions that have a bunch of light units, not like say scouts, but say Imperial Guardsmen, sluggers, shooters, hormagaunts, termagants. They're all very vulnerable to grenades because the more models, the easier to splash them all.
Support structure complete.
Requisition point. Oh, come on! Wait, Steam server's going down. If you're in a ranked match at this time, it will not be tracked to leaderboards. Ah! I'm having Steam issues, aren't I? Now I have to start the replay over. Let's see, how far in was I? Damn Steam. I love how it even boosts me out of replays. That's a really annoying thing. It boosts me out even replays. And there's now not even any music playing. Ah, damn it. I want to cast with there's music going on, because when it's quiet, music does help out, to say the least. Wait a second. Okay, it says I'm offline. Offline. Just put me offline. So I don't have to get dropped from Steam again when I'm trying to cast replays that are not even supposed to be attached even online. Oh, that happened when a game is modded all into bugged into oblivion. Yep. Okay, let's go ahead and fast forward. Guess I can't fast forward without this thing here. Times 4.
Resource location spotted.
Do I just start over or do I just continue on?
Space Marines on the field.
So we know about the double scouts, double shotguns.
Victory point secured.
Adding support structure.
I'm not familiar with how the XCOM modding style is. I do make mods, but I do have a mod for Comp Heroes 2, but that's about it. Let's see.
Adding support
See, they're both shotguns here, so I
Scouts
think
here. Go ahead.
we may have passed the point where I got booted off, but I think it's about right time here. Okay, let's go and get started. Sluggers are falling back, Apothecary getting a nice self-heal, and the Tactical Marines are being eyeing to capture up that BP. Over here, the Scouts, of course, are capturing up both of these points. And we do got a squad of Ludas, not Storm Boys. Wait, looks like the guy actually canceled those. Now they're Storm Boys. Guess, yep, now we got Storm Boys. I was right the first time. I'm just going to call it that. And we got the Sluggers engaging the Apothecary in melee. The Apothecary is getting enough health. Depends how quickly its health regen, but I think the Sluggers will win out before the next health heal comes in. But of course the Shotguns will say, nope, you go back home now. Light Grenade has been thrown, so he's gone for Purification Brows. Not exactly light grenades, but which deals 45 damage, radius 45, and then 10 flame damage per 10 seconds over 10 seconds to all units of radius 15. So it's basically an Incendiary Grenade, a green Incendiary Grenade. Tactical Marines are getting knocked back. We've got the big shooters and the shooters. Tactical Marines are now dropping another model there, but one shotgun blast there. The other one still has plenty of energy for a grenade or another shotgun blast. Storm Boy is now jumping on in.
Rain fire upon us and we shall return it.
Our fortifications are under attack.
Yeah, go and post it there. I'll take a look at it a bit later. Power generator is going on down. We got a... something got teleported. Oh, no, it's just Knob Leader.
The enemy has destroyed one of our structures.
Knob Leader is deployed on out. We got the Apothecary not throwing his Purification Vial onto the Storm Boys. Tactical Marines making their advance. And this generator will go down. Storm Boys are falling on back. We do have the War Boss captured from the DP. And second Storm Boy squad is being deployed on out. We do have a Devastator Marine, which is sort of an interesting option, seeing he knows his opponent has a Storm Boy out in the field. Tactical Marines do get suppressed there by the big shooters. Storm Boys could jump on in. War Boss is following them back home. And the Apothecary does do a nice self-heal there. Storm Boys are still trying to pursue the Apothecary here. And the Storm Boys are now falling him back. And does use a shotgun knockback there, but since he already retreated back, he didn't get any knockback. Devastating Marines making their way to their flank. We'll find the shooter here. Fresh Storm Boys are right here.
Power generator.
And the Devastators are being pushed back. Capturing the VP.
Tactical Marines at the ready. Scouts here.
Generator operational.
Storm Boys making their way down south. They're going to engage the Devastators. They're perfect
Greatest
target.
weapons are called for.
Scouts ready. Victory point secured.
Looks like he's going up for a custom Storm Bolter. Does jump on top of the Devastators. The Devastator will need to run back. He's not doing a full retreat now. It's just going to bring forward. Try and get some good shotgun knockback. Great hit there. And make it a second shotgun. Oh, maybe a grenade on the retreat path. No grenades on the retreat path. Shooters making an advance. One Knob Leader. Storm Boys are ready to jump on in somewhere. We may see a knockback there on the Storm Boys. And does jump on top of the Devastator Marines. Very nice. Good shotgun blast there onto the Storm Boys. And a Blight Grenade was thrown. Apothecary, 1 health remaining. The Apothecary will escape on out there with 1 health. Shooters are being, nope, that's just reinforced. Nice knockback there by the shotguns, getting some great damage there. Devastator's now firing away. We could see some more Storm Boys jumping onto the Devastators. The War Boss is not been upgraded with anything just yet. Usually we see something by now. And here comes Storm Boys jumping on top of the Devastators, forcing back both the squads. The War Boss is severely wounded but still alive. Hadn't captured the point up entirely. Shotguns making the advance, may get the point deactivated. Will get the point deactivated there. Like we may see a grenade or shotgun blast or purification vials. Great damage on that squad. They will manage to escape on out there. Won't drop any more models. Likely not.
Scouts ready.
Remember, it's more than Gork. It's also Mork.
Additional units have become available, Commander.
They have both gods for both range and melee.
Objective spotted.
Gork and Mork. Remember that. Devastator sees reinforcements. You can eventually get squad wiped there. The Storm Boys is a little combat jump there. It's always a little bit iffy, like Bloodletters. Throws a frag on the grenade retreat path. Largely missed. It was in the middle of the group of 5.
Adding power generator.
The chapter banner flies high.
Honestly, I don't think it's 100 power. I don't know the cost off my head. I suppose after this replay, if you could remind me, we can take a look at. I could throw up a quick private match and take a look at how much they do cost. But I don't think they're 100 power. 100 power seems way too high for a tier 1 unit. I think they're around 50 at most. Yeah. Maybe not. Tank Bus, he does have a war truck. He could also go for some of the novel leaders, some of the Storm Boys from Melee. He has a lot of squads deployed out, so he may not be able to really afford out anymore. He's also approaching pop cap as well. We got a missile launcher upgrade on the Tactical Marine squad. The upgrade that's starting to upgrade now. Storm Bolter was that. Oh, I was trying to read how the Storm Bolter exec did. Did that Storm Boy just get wiped right there? I was so focused on other things, I didn't realize it just got wiped. Okay. Power Trader receiving quite a bit of fire there. The Storm Bolter grants a 4 ability, which is a single target stun. Does miss it. There are some burners on these squads. Being upgraded with Nob Leader now. Great missile launcher there on the war truck. He's trying to tie up that missile launcher up in melee. Overall, great hits there on onto the Razorback. Razorback will manage to skip out of there. Got the hammer upgrade, the Nob Leader upgrade there on the Storm Boys, but they're not engaged with the Razorback. Another generator does go down. Honestly, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the rocket launcher or the missile launcher upgrade on on Tactical Marines, nor I'm not a big fan of like Venom Brood nor Plague Marines. They just don't do enough anti-vehicle damage in my opinion. And Plasma Gun and Flamer are both good for Tactical Marines. But yeah, Plasma Gun is probably just a general better upgrade for the Tactical Marine, or just get Storm Guard veterans. Upgrade the squad to Storm Guard veterans, and they can just load up any sort of ammunition type you want.
Resource location captured.
Devastators are capturing up the requisition point there. And we've got these sluggers and shooters making the way forward. This shooter doesn't have this Knob Leader upgrade just yet, and the Orc player is going for Tier 3. We'll likely see a loot tank. We could potentially see Knobs. Maybe we'll see Daisy. Maybe flash kits. Who knows? Yeah, he's been a... Oh, that improved their own unit, not an upgrade. Out across the... never mind. Dreadnought being deployed and out by the Apothecary. Let's jump on behind. Also stunned that squad as well. No, he's actually going straight for the Tactical Marines. He's trying to stop the VP. He's not trying to get the knob to hit the Razorback. Do you have a loot tank now being deployed and out by the Orcs?
Are we to accept defeat?
The missile launcher will be a bit outclassed, but the Dreadnought will be very effective. Good rocket launcher hits onto the power generator, so you start getting some gen bashing in. Though he does have... Yeah, he does have a whole lot of engines stockpiled up as well, so he may need to get another generator if once he gets these destroyed. Dreadnought deploying on all forward, has a soul cannon.
Adding support structure.
And good hits there on the power generator. Storm Boys do jump on in, getting some good stuns there onto the Razorback. Or not Razorback, on the units in the Razorback. We do have the loot tank now charging forward. The loot tank taking some great damage there on the Razorback. Almost down, both still alive. We got the shotguns here. But the Razorback's not falling back anymore. That's a bit of oversight. He's retargeting, and there goes the Razorback. Wasn't keep on microing it. I got the loot tank shot there, and rocks? That was a bit overkill there with rocks. The Apothecary is withdrawing. The generator is now under siege by the looted tank. He hasn't rebuilt the generators here, so he just rebuilt them over here. We got a Devastator Marine. Like going for a Las Cannon. Of course, he already has a Devastator Marine. So, he's not wanting to upgrade that one to a Las Cannon. He could get a Plasma Cannon Devastator as well, instead of our deploying out Devastator. Another generator does go down there. Assault cannons here. Devastator is falling back. Assault barrage getting a couple of models there.
Our fortifications are under assault.
Tactical Marines are receiving a bit of fire there. Looted tank firing a shot there. Largely missed though. And that was a squad wipe right there. Very nice. Does take out the Tactical Marines, so no more rocket launchers. Only the Dreadnought here from melee. Last cannon being deployed up by one of them. It's the guy with one model. Yeah, melter bombs will be useful. He didn't deploy any assault squads. Blue tank does get a good hit there. Storm boys are falling back. No upgrades on the war boss just yet. The war boss is one of those heroes that are really good. Switch from getting upgrades, just nice, reasonable, and tanky. Perfect for a front line if you don't know how to build a front line. No, it's not necessarily he needed the war boss in all of his engagements. It's just sort of weird he just had it. No upgrades to the war boss just yet. Good rear armor hit there. Burners are falling on the way back. Another good hit there. Purification vials, of course, cannot be useful against a looted tank. And he's going to be repairing up the Dreadnought there with the scouts. Just doesn't want to push on forward, which is probably a good idea because it's the last cannon Devastator right there.
Reverse the course of the battle. We are losing a requisition point to the enemy.
The Librarian being deployed on out. And we also have a Commando Squad. Getting the leader upgrade, which will allow him to get a rocket launcher leader. Last cannon firing against a target that it really shouldn't be. And sending quite a bit of fire there. Storm Boys charging in, trying to get the wipe there on the last cannon Devastator. May get the wipe there. Down to 20 health. And detonates a model there, getting the squad wipe. Ooh, that was a really good snipe there. He really wanted that a hug. I never thought about having the Storm Boys suiciding a model to get a squad wipe, but that was actually really smart, and it will pay out in the long run because taking out that last cannon Devastator will go a long way. So he still has this other one actually upgraded or deployed already. Rocket launcher does get a hit there. Could use the aim shot there from the looted tank on top of it. Nice knockback there, and something being called on behind. Is that going to be a tactical marine? Okay, lots of damage onto the looted tank. Gets another last gun shot there. Commando squad is severely wounded, does get forced back. Sluggers getting severely wounded as well. War boss is advancing, but also having trouble. He's trying to get the looted tank to kill out that Dreadnought, but just hadn't been able to finish it off just yet. Slugs need to get back there and start repairing up that looted tank as soon as possible. Warboss could have stayed around and captured the VP. And now the shooters are engaging the Librarian. Does get a special attack off there, but largely just did nothing. Nice hit there. Looted tank is also still quite wounded, 114 health.
Understood. We have 200 points remaining.
Storm Boys
We're losing a
push,
power node
trying to capture the central power point. We've got this Commando squad coming on in. The Dreadnought is almost fully healed enough, but the scouts here could spot the, yeah, they do spot the Commando squad. Good knockback there on both sides. Storm Boys jumping on in, will force back those scouts, very nice. And he does force back the last cannon Devastator as well. These forces could get some good damage here onto the Dreadnought. There's of course the anti-vehicle melee weapon of the Knob and the rocket launchers of the Knob. But that's going to fall back. But you got the shooters now advancing, capture this VP. And we got this war boss now advancing.
Accept defeat.
Dreadnought is getting some damage there on the shooters. And the scouts are topping off the health of the Dreadnought now. Just getting a new paint job. Over here we do have the Librarian and the Stern Guard veterans. He has actually deployed out that tactical marine that was deployed right here. Looks like it did turn into a Stern Guard veteran. Very nice.
Tactical Marines at the ready.
No power is unknown.
Looted tank has been, of course, upgraded with reinforced plating, or else he wouldn't have been able to use the
Using a requisition point.
boom gun ability. I always forget the name of those orc abilities sometimes. Looks like we got an assault here. Storm Boys, we've seen a bit of fire there. Storm Guard veterans are falling back, and the last cannon, of course, can't really engage against infantry. Still no upgrades on the War Boss, and no armor upgrade on the Apothecary just yet either. Dreadnought waddling its way backwards, not necessarily forward. This point is captured. The Apothecary doesn't have a whole lot of tickets left. 98 versus opponent's 319. Oh. The crack rounds, the Kraken rounds. Yep, that's not them. That's the one that looks like it's a shooting sideways bullet symbol. I don't know how to describe it. But that is the general, like, poison rounds, right? Yeah, that's just the poison rounds.
The enemy has 300 points remaining.
The crack rounds. Yeah, not Kraken. Or is it short for Kraken? Got a nice knockback there on the Commando squad. I cannot speak. And good knockbacks there on the scouts. No big stomp there by the War Boss, but does get a special attack there. Very nice.
Location secure. Tactical Marines at the ready.
I have heard the voice of power.
Oh, it is short for Kraken. It's a long story short. I had a whole conversation earlier today with co-workers on the word Kraken and Kraken. A lot of fire coming down onto that Librarian. We got the last cannon, of course, being forced back by the Devastators. What is... Oh, we got the Orc Battle Wagon. We're going to see Daisy. The Storm Boys, however, may get wiped out by these forces. Down to the last... No, does not get the Knob Leader. The Apothecary Sergeant Ford has been upgraded with the combat stimulant equipment. Which, let's see, increases damage of the allied unit by 30% and grants them damage resistance. Very nice. And also breaks suppression. Increases the health, max health by 125 as well. Very nice. Blast Cannon engaging as well, but of course won't do much versus sluggers. He needs to keep the slugger alive. He needs it for repairs for Daisy. Slugger receiving quite a bit of fire there. Well, can't say for sure. He is getting a... Wait, wasn't that... Yeah, there's a Plasma Cannon Devastator. And looks to deploy another Devastator. So it's going for another Las Cannon or just one for a suppression platform? I do like Plasma Cannon Devastators, that's for sure, but... Going for two Las Cannon Devastators as well? Scouts trying to get a shotgun blast off on that, War Boss. We got Daisy nuking the scouts. Does use Assault Barrage there. I'm not sure how effective the Assault Barrage against Daisy. Does go ahead and charge him forward. Stormboard's moving the way forward as well. The Dreadnought is receiving quite a bit of fire, plus the anti-vehicle weapon of the Knob leader is doing some good work. We've got the still no crack rounds. Stormguard veterans are absolutely quite a bit of fire there by Daisy. Apothecary may get some healing off, does get some healing off on the Stormguard veterans, but still drop a couple models, so still forced to fall back. Orc Battle Wagon still has plenty of health. Scouts making their way forward. We got a Last Cannon Devastator. That's the fresh Devastator, so he has 2 Last Cannon Devastators. Trying to repair up. Oh, here comes the charge! Great. Oh, looks like got caught up in terrain. Oh, but it's still knocking back units, looks like. And the Devastator squad is getting annihilated by Daisy. And that's going to kill off that Devastator. The Devastator fully gets wiped out there. We got the crack rounds loaded on up. But now he's going to just run away. Devastator Assault Cannon can't do much against that. Does find the Last Cannon Devastator. But he still has plenty of health to withdraw it. He still has a Slugger squad for repairs as well. Bring in some rocks there. Wait, Librarian just teleported away the Last Cannon Devastator. And the rocks will cover his retreat. Still plenty of health on Daisy. I just realized something. Daisy's also a half-track. Not even a tank, it's a half-track. Slugger down to 1 model. Does he have enough? Let's see. He is at pop cap.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
Librarians making their way forward with the Stormguard veterans. Oh yeah, oh wait. He's maxed on red. Oh, that's his claim. He's rusty right now. But he's maxed out in red points. And doesn't have tier 3, so if you tier techs up, you can get out 2 orbital bombardments. Stormboards are nearly wiped out. Does jump away. And the War Boss actually has been upgraded finally. I just now realized that. It's been upgraded with the Power Claw, it's an anti-vehicle weapon. Heavy armor, which gives him massive amount of health and some health regen. And Trophy Rack, which grants an aura reducing the damage by 25%. Very nice. The War Boss just wiped out that Librarian. And now the Stormguard veterans may go... I think he's just leaving the game because there's not many VPs left. Two minutes is not that long. That's a very doable cooldown.
The enemy is capturing one of our victory points.
And let's see, it's got some GG. Yeah, I think the spending the red points probably would have been very important the entire game. By the way, this is Angrade. Thank you for watching. On to the next replay. For a lot of factions, yes. Okay, here we go. So that one is good. 2 more replays I have ready for the night. And this time I hadn't been dropped by Steam for a bit of time. And no music. That's my rule. No music, reload the replay. The music does add quite a bit. And I need a new chair. That's one squeaking too much. Well, it depends who it is. If it's Tyranids, I hate the Tyranid announcer. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. Spawn on the bottom left side as a Chaos Lord, we have a foreign name. Spawn on the right side as the Tech Marine, we have Ferris. Got a Chaos Marines versus Tactical Marine Squad. We'd like to see 2nd Scout versus 2nd Heretic Squad. That's pretty much the standard build order for most people. But because of the voice lines, I really could do without the Tyranid voice, a lot of Tyranid voice lines. Because I just hate, especially the Tyranid announcer, I hate the Tyranid announcer. 2nd Heretic, 2nd Scout Squad, we got the Chaos Marines and Tactical Marines and Tech Marine engaging each other. I now blurred the words tactical and tech too much now. Heretics may get a nice little ambush there, but they're split up across that tree. They do drop a model because of that. Chaos Lord now advancing. Gets some good damage there onto the Chaos Heretic. Also going to try to tie up the Tech Marine melee. It does back away with the Chaos, the Tactical Marines as well. Scout Squad also advancing. Neither side has really captured a whole lot of points. We got the power point being captured as well as this requisition point over here, which is at the VP, and this requisition point is now being captured up now. The Chaos Marines are receiving quite a bit of fire. And then Scout Squad, go ahead and pass the iron to capture this power point. Heard some sort of voice line there. Looks like, nope, not getting any upgrades just at the moment. And we've got a shotgun upgrade there on the Scouts, but they do drop a model now. May see a shotgun knockback there, and he will fall back to the Scout Squad, saying a bit too much fire there. Dropped another model on retreat, but still has plenty of health on the last one. Chaos Marines or Tactical Marines and Tech Marine will be forced on back. Almost detonates all of his, killed off his own Heretic Squad right there. It does find the Tarantula Sentry Gun. Okay, here we got the Scouts capture the requisition point here while the Chaos Marines are moving forward. Chaos Marines are severely wounded and does not capture the requisition point all the way. I'll probably capture them all the way. Power node now under siege. Oh, you got these Heretic squads. Shotgun knockbacks? Not just yet. Does get some good damage there. Very nice. Yeah, for me also, Raptors seem like they don't scale very well to late game as well. I mean, you got other better melee choices. Chaos Marines with the chain axes are better at melee than the Raptors, and the Bloodlutters replace a staple nowadays. But the Raptors, they just don't feel like they don't scale very well to late game. Sure, the speed can be nice to help counter, say, Devastators and other support weapons, but that's about it. They're literally a counter unit that has a very small units to counter with, to counter against. But these are the ones that have fish fins that may make a difference, sort of like how putting flames inside your vehicle does make it go faster. Nobody tell the orcs that. Tactical Marine is severely wounded. We do have the well, no, the Tech Marine is severely wounded. Tactical Marines are now should be falling back relatively soon. Shotgun Squad maybe eyeing to knock back something, but no, they're deciding to fall back. The Scout here does not get wiped. Autocannon Havocs, they have their roles. They're not 100% always great, though. Of course, if you don't have any anti-vehicle weapons, the autocannon somewhat helps out, but the last cannon one is just generally a bit better for gauged vehicles. But the autocannon is a good damage upgrade. And all of his forces are reinforced, they're just all wounded. Oof. And got a lot of forces here. It does activate a nice ritual there, allowing these guys to charge forward. And he knocked back the Raptors in mid-air, knocking back the scouts on the ground. Tactical Marines are falling back, Scouts are falling back. It doesn't look all too good for the Tech Marine player, honestly. We do have this single squad going around capturing up some points, which is actually very important. Oh, noise? Nope, that's not noise Marines. That's for the Raptors. So getting some Sergeant upgrades there on the Scouts. One of them is upgraded to Sergeant, the other one is on the way. Yep. The problem is, it's pretty hard to get autocannons up to level 4. It all depends on, it sort of depends on the map. On this map, the autocannons probably wouldn't be that great. This map is a little bit too mobile and tends to be going up north and fights everywhere. Can't be just set up in one place. They're a little bit too wide open for any sort of heavy weapons team. If I say like the ones that like really focus on lighting and the fight in the center of the map, then the support weapons do some great work. But this map's just a little bit too open, because it's sort of hard to set up a good spot for a heavy weapons team along these areas, because you have to worry about up here, and a lot of fights actually devolve around up here as well. Power generator is slowly being picked on off. The Scout Squad would likely say, nope. Does decide to fall back very early. I just realized something. He has 3 Scouts. Great damage there from the shotguns. Frag grenades on the retreat path. One. No, that was a horrible frag placement there. Got some damage there. Raptors trumped on in, getting some great suppression all across the line, and will force back these squads. Tier 2 being researched by the Chaos Lord, and as well as the Tech Marine. That line is not exactly the greatest line to hear. You may fail us. No, you don't want to fail whatsoever.
Hatred shall be our weapon.
Well, likely, with the Raptors out, he may not go for Bloodletters. Not sure what he will go for. Maybe a Blood Crusher. Chaos Lord does receive a frag grenade there, very nice. Those a frag on their retreat path, and then once again, pretty late.
Our temple's dark majesty worketh with our power.
Raptors now jumping on in, does get some good suppression there, force back those squads. Two more generators have been deployed there. He's going for Tech Marine's eyeing for a lot of generators. His opponent is pulling out Predator. Not Predator, Dreadnought. May see a grenade right around here. Nope. Raptors trying to chase these scout squads. That is the unupgraded scout squad. Needs to retreat back relatively soon. And we'll actually likely get wiped there. Yep, wiped. Predator or Dreadnought being deployed out, and Versus going to be fighting against a Dreadnought. These forces are falling on back, and up north we do have this scout squad. This is of course the unupgraded one did go down earlier, so this upgraded one could easily go down. Likely will go down if he realizes that guy's retreating by. Oh, but he did not. And with 11 health, 2 models escape. Well, make sure you always spend your income. In a lot of RTSs, the best income, best amount of resources you have at the moment is actually closer to 0, because it means you're utilizing it. Plasma guns being researched. Devastator is being... The last cannon Devastator has been deployed out, trying to engage that Predator. Not Predator, Dreadnought. Why am I keep on saying Predator? And we do have a Melta Gun and Tech Marine. Very nice. I do like the Melta Guns. They're good general purpose weapons, though the range is a bit short. But they will provide some good work. He does not have the Orbital Messiah though. Is that tier Stronghold 3 weapon? I thought that was a Stronghold tier 2. Last cannon does roll some misses there. Not getting hits on the Dreadnought, getting hits on the Chaos Lord. Rapid Super Jump on in. Dreadnoughts are fighting Dreadnoughts. And these forces not supporting here, so, and we got global repairs being activated there by the Space Marine Dreadnought. The Chaos Dreadnought needs to run away. He won't be able to deal with the global repairs of the Space Marines. But no, he does go down there. Ooh. Chaos Tractor's trying to push his way forward with his anti-vehicle melee, but with the Dreadnought there. Oh, great grenade there. Getting a couple models there. And that global repairs really did win out in that round. Scouts need to start repairing up this Dreadnought. This one's not repairing at the moment. Tech Marine's also repairing. With 3 sorts of repairs, this is going to be a lot of repairs. Nope, he's not repairing with that one in general. Last Cannon Devastator no longer has any targets, so perhaps maybe not deploy out any more vehicles. So that Last Cannon Devastator is completely worthless. Raptors do get some great damage down to the Dreadnought. And the Tech Marines also advancing as well. Scouts are falling on back. While the Tactical Marines are falling on back as well. Or just soft retreating anyways. Great knockback there on the Heretics. Does miss that grenade there. Plague Marines now are advancing. We see some plasma guns onto the scout squad there. The extra plasma shots will provide some good damage, but he's just largely hitting the Tech Marine. Tech Marine may actually go down to them, but does not. Raptors going to bring their Maul, help engage the Dreadnought, while the Plague Marines need to stop running away and start firing. Global repairs have been activated. Oh, the Chaos HQ can heal mechanical units? Interesting, I did not know that. I know it can heal demons, but not necessarily mechanical units. Tactical Marines getting some good damage, or receiving some damage there by the Raptors. Scouts will have leveled up, great knockback there on those forces. And we've got the Raptors now forced to fall back. Missiles are still pretty far away. And trying to get some more damage there. We've got the plasma guns still raining on in on the Dreadnought. And it looks like the Plague Marines are still trying to advance on forward. Good knockback there. The Dreadnought will stay alive. Tactical Marines are getting hit by those plasma guns now, and the missile launcher could... no, that's way too healthy. Won't be able to get the kill off of that. And be careful of these Tarantula sentry guns. Ritual has been activated there. It's the Corn Ritual, so it allows some more movement speed. I do like the Nurgle Ritual best. Just have good health regen for everything. Yeah, no upgrades on the Chaos Lord. Chaos Lord's one of those guys you really should get some upgrades on them. Tech Marine still has a couple upgrades, Melta Gun and the Refractor Field. Not destroying that generator. Raptors do charge him forward, but we'll find the Soul Cannon Devastator. Missile launcher trying to hit that Dreadnought. Does try to jump away. Getting some good damage there. Scouts are falling back, so all the Raptors. Great assault barrage there. And some of the Plague Marines did drop a model there. And those Plague Marines are hitting things other than the Dreadnought, it seems like. Yep, I'm just saying that I know that the Horde one does give a speed buff. I prefer the Nurgle one for the health regen. The Dreadnoughts engaging the Plague Marines. We've got the Plasma Guns getting some good damage all across the line. Dreadnought's still quite healthy though. And the Chaos Lord's trying to charge it in, but the Chaos Lord's likely to get wiped for the current rate. But he can sustain a bit of a beating there. We got some Chaos Terminators now deployed on out. Maybe get some autocannons to get some good damage there onto the Dreadnought. I doubt the Heavy Flamer or the Lightning Claws would be very useful in this situation. True, but it's still not enough primary damage for me to like Plague Marines. They need to do a lot of alpha damage. Drop all the models, also to receive a lot of damage in return. No upgrades on the Terminator just yet. Not sustaining a huge amount of damage as well. We got these scouts capturing some points, very nice. These scouts going to capture some points as well. Yep, he's now getting the autocannon upgrade there on the Terminators. We've got the Ritual being activated as well. Plague Marines to charge on forward. Getting some good damage there. And here comes the Assault Barrage. Plasma Guns also supporting the damage in to do some damage to the vehicles. As Plague Champion is pushing forward, we still got the Melta Gun upgrade on the Tech Marine. And we do have a Predator being deployed on out. good damage there on the Dreadnought with the Plague Marines. We've still got the auto cannon engaging as well. But the Dreadnought can just simply back away. Most is going to try going forward, trying to stop him from retreating, but does get suppressed there. Now he's going to be fighting against a Predator here. Does jump away there now. Plague Marines have sustained quite a bit of fire down to one last model. He's a last cannon havoc at this rate. There you go, the autocannon is now upgraded, getting some damage in. Predators receive quite a bit of fire there, going for the extra armor for the armor. This is max health by 200. And we've got these guys starting to pick up these vehicles now. Up north, we've got multiple points being captured on up. Heretics trying to get these scouts. And right now, there is a capture in favor of the Tech Marine. They sound young and ill-trained, which sort of fits in the theme with the whole Initiates theme in Dawn of War 2. Because it's supposed to be fresh Initiates, fresher than normal. And the Predator almost goes down, but still has plenty of health to escape with. Autocannons push its way forward. And still making a pretty good siege line here. Maybe to pull out a Shrine for forward reinforcements. I know the Northern one can do forward reinforcements. Can't save out the Corn one. Good damage there. Autocannons getting some good damage there. Force back the scouts. Another Plague Marine model does go down. Great hits there. Dreadnought is down to the last 150 health. Another Plague Marine model does go down. He is not taking out the Dreadnought just yet. The Predator is down to his last 200 health. Good to see it jump in there with the Raptors. He'll teleport with the Chaos Terminators. And the War Maul is getting some damage on the Predator. The Predator is getting healed up by the units, but the Predator tank does go down. Autocannon is still very much alive. And the Chaos Lord does go down, and the Predator is still very much alive. Also getting repairs. It looks like it's just global repairs at this point, or maybe not. He's on the last 8 health. Needs to be retargeted. Even the plasma guns can take him out. No, he's not hitting it. He's not hitting the Dreadnought, even though he has 7 health remaining. Predator, Chaos Terminators will go are falling back, and the Predator, the Dreadnought does go down. Try and tap the Chaos Tech Marine up in melee. I'm getting all my words confused up today. Chaos Heretic is received quite a bit of fire there, falling on back, but do have the Plague Marines getting some damage in. Good rapid jump in there, suppressing those forces. Trying to tie up these forces now, but he's not actually getting hit by the Tarantula Sentry Gun. And was that a squad wipe there? He has 2 scouts, a Devastating Marine and Tactical Marine. Plague Marines do drop another model there. The Chaos Lord has been upgraded with Lightning Balls and the Armor of the Inferno. The VPs are now actually tied, starting to count in favor of the Tech Marine. Does throw a grenade there, getting some good damage there on the Heretic squad. Got that, skip it back and use a ritual for it. Chaos Lord needs to fall back entirely. Chaos Marines are trying to advance as well. Some of these Chaos Terminators are starting to go down, getting marked targeted by the Tech Marine Sigmund armor. Raptor is now making their way forward.
And the night belongs to us.
Oh yeah, the VPs are they're largely going back and forth. Scouts and Heretics still catching up those flanks, and we do got the Scouts stealthing on forward, but they were spotted by the Heretics because they do of course have the extended vision range. That detonates one of the models there for the free Bloodletters. They stop the advance of the flank. Heretics squad will need to fall back relatively soon, but great damage there on that Scout squad. The Scout squad actually could go down to those Bloodletters. Nope, the Scout squad will manage to sneak one out there. Heretics making their way back down south, trying to capture this VP. Soon to be a double capture, then triple capture in favor of the Heretics, or the Chaos Lord. Though the Scouts could go forward with a shotgun blast and knock them back a bit. More target on top of Raptors by the Tech Marine, as the autocannon still firing away. Already the Galaxy, Let the Galaxy Burn ability does get some great knockback there on those Scouts. At this point, we'll be captured up by the Chaos Marines. Chaos Lord. Missile raining on in. Looks like more scouts being reinforced. While the sergeant of the tactical Marine squad will go down there. Scouts just going around the flanks. Perhaps trying to need a camouflage right there, but there's of course the scout or a heretic with the scouting aura. Scouting ability, reveal camouflage units. I cannot speak today. Scouts make it wipe there, down to last. Does get reinforced in time though. Tech Marine. He's at 500 requisition red points. That's enough for an Orbital Strike. That an Orbital Strike can crack the siege. But decides to go into cast in GG. He has plenty of resources. Use the Orbital Strike. Or, no, maybe the VP game wouldn't be enough. He must have forgot that he can pull an Orbital Strike. We got the Shrine here. Bloodletter's now pushing the way forward. Lascan Devastate won't do all much. And it looks like the Tech Marine has backed up the game. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching and signing off. Nope, that replay is now recorded. On to the next. One last replay of the day. It is used quite often, that's for sure. And continue. Oh, Green Tooth Gorge. Yep, no music. Restart the replay. It seems like some days I get that never happens, and some days like today it always happens. I'm not sure why. See, and oh, yep, never. Chores still always has to be done. Yep, I'll take a look at that post. I try not to pull up the post while I'm streaming. Never know if there's any boob traps. Even though it looks like a Steam one, never know. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. Spawn as the Farseer, we have just Choco Bombus. Spawn north side as the Apothecary, we have Man of Faith. Got Tactical Marines, Howling Banshees, pretty standard. Yep, they are great and horrible all at once. They are they're a glass cannon unit, that's for sure. They either go in for great damage or they just die. They're very susceptible. Hormagaunts are very susceptible to 80s or explosives such as grenades or shotguns or grenade launchers or giant tanks. Orbital strikes are pretty effective against them as well. And the Farseer is trying to get inside this garrison for some odd reason. Will spot everything, and he's just going to ignore the garrison. Probably a good idea just to ignore it. No need to engage it. Though she may go out and capture this requisition point, be annoying like that. Howling Banshee is capturing this power point. Requisition point is also being claimed. Like I just said, she's going to let the forces pass and capture up that point. Or decapture it at least. Guardian Squad does find the Apothecary, does drop a model there.
Support structure. Generator operational.
2 generators have been brought out, so he's going for 1 Guardian Squad, not going for a 2nd Guardian Squad. We may see, I'm guessing, Ranger. That's my guess what he's going to deploy out first, a Ranger Squad.
Support structure complete.
Human scouts! We can hear you!
Howling Banshees do sort of skirt around. Oh, nope, no frag grenade thrown.
Enemy space marines are taking over objective.
I see him trying to thinking about throwing a frag grenade, but he cancels it multiple times. That generator is pretty good body blocking. And he will not get a grenade off on its retreat. Over here, you got these scouts catching the victory point, as this Guardian Squads have decaptured the central VP as well. Currently, all points are deactivated. Guardian weapon team, actually, instead of Ranger.
Our structure is prey to space marines.
Apothecary making his way forward, trying to engage the Farseer. Farseer could potentially get some good work there onto the scouts. Nice special attack there. He does heal the Apothecary, the Scout Squad with the Apothecary as well, preventing any sort of model drops. She's a bit wounded, has been upgraded the Armor of Fortune, which grants damage reduction on the target ally, also increases health and health regen. There's quite a bit of health and health regen. Granted, she is a bit more squishier model, so getting more health and health regen from armor wouldn't be half bad.
The foe seeks to deprive us of a vital resource.
Does going fleet a foot away. Guardian weapon team trying to set on up in a good angle. Guardian's weapon teams here does throw a plasma grenade on top of the scouts. Scouts may throw a frag grenade in return. But both sides are just maintaining the max range. Guardian's weapon team is not rotating his gun away. Though with our cast vision, we know it's a safe time to do it, but without cast vision, you don't know. Farseer making his advance. Looks like the damage resist or ability was utilized on them. Both these scout squads and the Apothecary over here, with the Tactical Marines, are along the left side. Howling Banshee is going to be charging against the not Chaos Marines, the Tactical Marines. Guardians getting some good damage there on the scouts. Do drop a model there. Does get the point to be captured and will be eyeing the fall back now. No, wait, the scouts are falling back now. Okay.
We are losing a victory objective.
Looks like some suppression there. Looks like he found the Guardians weapon team right there.
Do not fear to speak your mind. We do not doubt the cause.
Howling Banshees eyeing to engage these tactical marines. They're facing the wrong direction now, so it's a good time to capture to attack. Looks like they're going straight for the garrison, however.
These battle trappings to the so they resist us.
Howling Banshees do shout at them, suppressing them, but they do get inside the garrison. They did not drop any models. And most of the Farseers are taking a bit of fire there, just sort of just standing there, menacingly.
Reinforcements are here. The shots came from that direction.
The Howling Banshees do fall back. They do drop a model there.
With haste.
Offer them no easy targets.
New units are now available to us.
Another voice joins our chorus.
On the left side, we've got these Guardian squads trying to fall away from the Tactical Marines. They're being upgraded Sergeant now. We do have a Razorback on the boot queue. And Fire Dragons are being deployed out as well. Howling Banshees trying to charge their way forward. We may see a grenade there by the scouts. Yeah, grenade does decently well dodging it. Two of them did get splashed a bit. Frag grenade thrown. And the Apothecary is receiving a bit of fire. He does spot the Blood Dragons now, so he does have to be, or the Fire Dragons, so he does have to be worried about that with his Razorback.
Our reinforcements are here. Six Marines press their attack.
Generator does go down there. But he still has all of these generators here, so he's going for a heavy generator build, heavy power build. And he still has plenty of requisition as well. And that's a scout sniper deployed on now with a sergeant upgrade. Power Dragon Powder sent a lot of damage there. Didn't drop any models though. And there's their own fortune ability there. Fire Dragon behind the light cover getting some great damage in. Does fall back now.
We have succeeded in our objective. No need for haste.
Enemy space marines are holding on to the
Howling Banshees do fall back. Apothecary still has full energy, so he's able to get out some heals. And that's actually double sniper scout. No shotguns, just snipers. Interesting. You don't see that all too often. Guardian Weapon does not set up to get good suppression in. Fire Dragons make advance. Guardians will draw some fire there. And making some flamer bursts off of that Fire Dragon, but he's trying to hunt down that Razorback. There's some line of sight blockers here. Does the pair of frags there. Does dodge him. And get some damage there onto the scouts. Does fall back entirely though. Howling Banshees is getting some great damage there. All into the Tactical Marines. Nice heal there. Tactical Marines do have so dropped a model there and dropped another model, which was the Sergeant. And down to this last 25 health. He's trying to pursue it, but he won't get the wipe there. Predator being deployed on out, so it's getting out another vehicle. While the Eldari player has a lot of resources sorted up, has said that he's going for tier 3. Generator has gone down. I have a feeling that he's going to go for the assault cannon with his dreadnought. Just a hunch. Good damage there onto the scouts. Does fire a shot off there, will be falling back now. Doing a good job of not dropping models as well. Guardian Weapon Team could be upgraded with a Bright Lance. Armor of Fortunes was just activated right there. And it does spot the Dreadnought right there. So now he knows there's a heavy vehicle on the field. We do see the Bright Lance upgrade, very nice. And we do have tier 3 being researched. We also got the Tactical Marine upgrade to Stern Guard Veterans. Does help the snipers inside of the Razorback.
The enemy has 300 points remaining.
Two sniper shots onto the Howling Banshees. What unit's bugged? Is the Bright Lance? Sort of shame when one units get bugged out like that. I'm not so sure what's bugging out though. Could be the Farseer with the Armor of Fortune. Is that channel ability? Maybe not. Seeing that squad is still there in a weird position. That must be the bugged out unit. Yep, that looks like the one that's missing or bugged out. Saying some unnecessary damage right there. Oh, or... okay. That works. That sounds like good sportsmanship. Trade a Razorback for a Lance. Alright, that's good sportsmanship, I guess. I was not expecting that, but very good sportsmanship. Bit impromptu, but if it works, it works. I mean, the thing was bugged out anyway, so might as well give him the Razorback for it as a proper trade to make the game a bit more competitive. Howling Banshees are receiving some fire there. And they do get suppressed there. It's still the Dreadnought as a problem. We do have a Fire Prism out in the field. And we also have a Plasma Cannon Devastator. Plasma Cannon Devastator sitting up in the center of the map. Does roll a miss there. Gets the anti-vehicle rounds loaded. Great knockback there, stopping the decapture. And a great knockback there with the high explosive shot. Fire Dragon's trying to push his way in, knocking back both those squads. There is a second Dreadnought being deployed on out. Is one of them going to be upgraded with Melta-Guns? Multi-Meltas?
Send for the Warlock to lead our guns.
Looks like the Guardian Squad is upgraded or being upgraded for Warlock. It does spawn the second Dreadnought. You may not realize just yet that it is the second Dreadnought.
Our Guardians have given their lives for our cause.
The Warlock upgrade leader has been researched. Plasma Cannon does get a good hit there on the Warlock.
The Space Marines are taking one of our resource points.
Dreadnought spam? Possible. The Fire Prism can maintain its range and gets a good work in. He does have the Anointed Power Axe, which does restores energy but burns 50 energy, so it's an energy steal weapon.
structures prey to Space Marines.
Power generator will be deactivated there, while the apothecary will be decapitating the VP. Good hit there on top of the Sternguard veterans. Going for a second fire prism. A second plasma cannon devastator is also being deployed on now. High explosive rounds on top of the dreadnoughts, not exactly ideal, and howling badges are ripping apart that apothecary. He hasn't got to actually the energy, didn't heal himself, so there's a bit of an oversight there. The snipers are ripping apart the howling banshees. You got the leader upgrade there. He's trying to hold off. The leader has full health, so he can withstand a bit more damage there, but slowly losing that squad. It does get that fully captured there. Or left behind, the leader does stay alive. Scout squad will manage to keep on out there. Fire prisons are not moving around to engage it. Plasma cannon devastator push may get shot off there. Does roll a miss, however, and knocks back his own Farseer.
The prism cannon is yours to command.
Artillery now raiding on in. It's basically artillery with the amount of range they have. Oh, that's an armor-piercing round loaded up there. Good knockback on both of those units. You also have the Runes of Reaping, reduces cooldown and energy regen. Or increased energy regen. There's a Plasma Cannon Devastator does fall back. It's upgrading with a Singing Spear as well, which I believe is just general melee damage increase. Dreadnoughts on the flanks.
Where is there need it shall be done.
Fire prisons have really been able to find those dreadnoughts to engage them. Over here we do have... There's a webway on the map? There may be a webway on the map somewhere, or some... There it is, right in front of me. How did I see the webway gate in front of me?
The enemy has 200 points remaining.
Guardian Squad is now receiving some fire there, but there will be some fire prism blasts. There were the anti-armor load. Dreadnought and Apothecary may be on to engage his VP. And those guys do fall back. There's a multi-melta upgrade on this Dreadnought here. The other one's unupgraded. It does roll a miss there. Snipers could engage the Farseer, but the Farseers are receiving some hits there from the fire prisms. Plasma Cannon Devastator does fall back. As this one's sort of just being a bit passive.
The enemy is claiming a victory point.
The webway suddenly appears not have been spotted just yet.
Our valiants have given their lives for our cause.
Farseer is advancing, getting some good hits there onto the scouts, as the fire prisms getting some good hits there onto the dreadnoughts. Citrus Spirit utilizes that ability. Let's see, it's the not sure what ability it is. I made it a global ability actually. Dreadnought receiving some repairs. It is armed with a multi-melta. Apothecary trying to get some good hits there on retreat. Good hits there onto the Scout Squad. Now we've got the Fire Dragons rushing forward. Frag Grenade thrown on top of the Banshees. Relatively good. And there goes the Dreadnought. Fire Dragons may actually go down. Fire Dragons do go down to the Plasma Pistol. And snipers are engaging. Still. Oh, wait a second. That fire person went down to the multi-melta on the other Dreadnought. So 1 for 1. Go down. Does go down. The VPs are in favor of the Eldari player by a small margin. Looks like the Apothecary gets respawned.
Enemy Space Marines are gaining their way to the objective.
Seer Council started making their way forward. Plasma Cannon Devastator does get a great hit there onto the Seer Council. This one does roll a miss as the Farseer is advancing. Oh, something's been called in. I think it's more tactical Marines. Nope, it's Terminators. Terminators are starting to engage the Seer Council. The Apothecary is falling back down to a little less than half health. Snipers still going around engaging. They don't need to be fully reinforced because they're designed to be firing at long range. Guardians captured the left side while Howling Banshees captured the left side while the Guardians captured the right side.
The enemy has 100 points remaining.
Oh, we got the Archtarch now raining on in. Good knockbacks there. But she will need to fall back relatively soon because she's going to stay on lots of fire. Scout squads getting ripped apart by the Seer Council. That Scout squad will likely get wiped. Oh, the Scout squad looks like we'll barely escape on out there.
They strike like the hammer of all.
Ooh, we got the Terminator Cyclone missile launcher upgrade.
Our forces shall have tools for their task. Do not falter.
The Apothecary has captured the VP.
Our Howling Banshees have howled their last.
Howling Banshees are falling on back. As Terminators are getting seeing some hits there, while the Plasma Cannon Devastator is trying to get some hits in return, but looks like they were firing against those Howling Banshees. More Plasma Cannon shots going on in, but he's doing a good job. Not getting any really juicy hits there. The other players just getting some good hits there. It looks like he's just bombarding the same part of the edge. Managed to get a little bit extra range there, but it's out of range of the Fire Prism.
The foe seeks to deprive us of a vital resource point.
Most of these forces are camouflaging forward thanks to the Webway Gate. Seer Council is not upgraded to anti-vehicle weapons just yet. Archtarch has been upgraded with the Executioner, increasing the damage, melee damage. Plasma Cannon does get a good hit there on his knocking back both those units, including his Apothecary. Seer Council is trying to engage, does knock back around the Apothecary, who's being upgraded to the Purification Rites, which allows them to get some healing knockbacks. Guardian Squad will be captured from VP, while the Farseer is just throwing some side bolts. The Farseer will fall back. Plasma Cannon Devastator doesn't capture the VP in time. Then the Fire Prism being deployed on out, trying to go for more and more artillery. What's against the current opponent's composition? I have a feeling like Wraithguard would be actually pretty decent. I don't know why, but Wraithguard seems like a good item at this point in time.
The prism cannon is yours to command.
We must see where is their leader.
Ooh, the Apothecary does get a hit there, but of course they get some knockback. Cyclone missiles apparently do knockback units. You usually don't see Cyclone missiles all too much. Most people go for the No, everything else. Stormguard veteran will potentially win out this fight thanks to the fact that the supporting fire of the scout snipers. Seer Council now charging on in, does fire a couple shots there, takes out the Plasma Cannon Devastator entirely. And the Apothecary is now receiving some fire there. Molten Melter is trying to stop the Archtarch from capturing that point. We've got this Plasma Cannon Devastator now raining on in. Modi Metal makes his way forward, but the Dreadnought is receiving some fire. As the Farseer is going to capture the Central VP, so no upgrades in the Seer Council. Do have a Predator deploying on out, probably going to be a last cannon Predator at this current rate. And does stop the capture at that point.
You shall have it.
Good knockbacks there. Apothecary receiving quite a bit of fire there, even from the Seer Council's range attack. I heard you shall have it. I'm not sure what he's actually building. Maybe it's just the webway. Nice little bit of healing there. She should have let the Farseer capture that point a long time ago. Stormguard Raiders are following him back. The Archtarch and the Executioner are making the way forward. I mean, Archtarch and the Seer Council. She's armed with the Executioner. Just getting some good damage in, but not enough to take on the Terminators. They only have to drop the model as well. Seer VP is captured. Ooh, Snipers getting some, and Plasma Cannon Devastator getting some great hits there on the Howling Banshees, however. Down here, we've got the Dreadnought still here. Perhaps being spotted by the Webway.
Enemy Space Marines are claiming a military objective.
Throwing some shots up there. The Dreadnought's moving its way forward. One volley could potentially take out the Dreadnought, but there's also a line of sight blocker there he has to be very careful with. And there goes the Dreadnought. We do have the Predator here, load of las cannons. A lot of stealth guys jumping on in, but none of the vehicle melees. They are getting enough, quite a good number of hits on the rear armor though. These forces are more likely to fall back, but perhaps hit some of the other forces. Good knockback there by the fire prisms. The Apothecary doesn't have a whole lot of tickets remaining. Get some good hits there, but overall just skirmishing against these other forces. Here comes the Cyclone Missile. We'll take out that fresh Webway gate.
The foe seeks to deprive us of a vital resource. Asa, prepare to meet your sisters.
Farseer does use a slow field right there. Very nice. Apothecary still seeing some hits there. The point was not decaptured. Howling Banshees is going to engage these scouts here. Perhaps I to force them back and then try to capture this side VP.
We must save the lost ones. We will do our temple honor.
Sorry about that. Oh, we've got the fusion gun upgrade there on the Archtarch, and also we upgraded the force shield. Getting some good damage there onto the... And there goes the Predator to the fire prisons with the fusion gun support. The Terminators are getting hit significantly by these Seer Council. The Terminator is about ready to go down. Plasma cannons are rolling some misses there. And there goes the Terminators. Stormguard veterans are still alive. And hitting Zone's forces right there, really. Holland Bench is now charging forward, trying to displace those scouts. They will do that. Oh, Seer Council was deadly hit there, but there's not much left of the Stormguard veterans either. Stormguard veterans will go down there. Plasma Cannon Devastator will be overran. The snipers will be falling back. Most of these regretting his unit's choice and has to go ahead and backed out of the game. This is Aaron Gray saying thank you for watching and signing off. And for everybody in the stream, that was my last replay I had stored up. And also I'm getting a bit tired, so I'm going to have to call it a night.